We are in the third episode of the Arkaley Watch, and a tiny recap. They were assigned a mission to go check out the report of skeletons at the cemetery, wandering skeletons, animated skeletons. So they all went down there. They found 3 skeletons. They walked around. They checked everything. They destroyed those skeletons and figured out a few clues that the skeletons can't or won't typically attack unless you mess with them first. And then they went back home. And they thought everything was fine, but then 2 days later, another report, and the captain was angry, and he said, "Get back down there. There are skeletons in the cemetery. I thought you took care of it." So they went down. They found, was it 6 skeletons traveling around, and they were angry skeletons this time, and they went after the party. They were quickly taken care of, and the party, the Arkaley Watch group, found out a couple of important clues. One was that there was a circle, an invisible circle that the skeletons wouldn't willingly leave. Another one was that there was some, I think, tell me if I'm wrong, guys, but there was something some clue in the center of that circle.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What was that clue?
It was the Summoner's, not Summoner's Stone.
It's something stone.
Was it the Summoner's Stone?
Wait, isn't it? Yeah, it's Summoner's Stone.
I thought we looked and we never found.
We never found it.
But we knew what it was.
We knew what it was.
Okay.
So we just can't. We don't know where it's at because we just could not find.
Probably in the center.
Yeah.
This stone or whatever it was.
So they looked
or underground. One of the.
They spent the whole night. They didn't really find any clues, so they headed back to the garrison to talk to other people and get some backup and see what they could do. And so now we're kind of caught up. You guys are part of the Arkaley Watch, but you haven't been around for a while, so they're going to come find you and fill you in.
Okay.
You guys are ready.
All right. So it's Kakusha and
Castian.
Castina? Castian. Okay.
Oh, that's.
Oh, okay. Castian. Okay. All right. Kakusha, Castian. It seems to be increasing in both the numbers of skeletons we see and the range, as well as sort of the intensity of what they're doing and reacting to. So we decided we definitely needed to get a little extra help. And we still don't know exactly what's going to go on, so we're probably going to ask around to some of the people we know in town to see if we can find out more. Go over to the district where some of the clerics are, sort of the religious area, and see if they might know something that might be causing it. We did also find out that when we battle these skeletons, that basically you can only, like, ranged weapons won't really help much.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to do bludgeoning damage. You know, you've got to hit it with something. You know, the end of your sword, if you've got some sort of weapon, a big hammer, that would be awesome. That's kind of the only damage you can do. When we were fighting them, we blasted them out of a radius and found out that once they get outside of that radius, they sort of become docile and won't react again. And if we're outside the radius, then the skeletons can't penetrate that barrier to come outside to attack us. Now, that may change, but the last time we met them, basically you could stay outside that radius and they couldn't do anything to you. So one of our defenses might be to entice them forward, to make them react and find out where that barrier is so that we're on the outside of it.
Yeah.
Till we can figure out what to do. One of the things I was going to suggest is that we have the watch, while some of us go to the clerics or others and try to start asking questions, we can, of course, all branch out. Maybe send a couple and maybe just sort of seal off the area, because there's an old man who's the caretaker, and we don't know if he plays a part in it, but he was kind of helpful the first time, but we want to keep everybody, including him, out.
Culprit's always helpful in the beginning.
Yeah.
He's always like, he's like 400 years old.
Yeah. Right? So that's kind of where we stand now. We still don't know exactly what we're dealing with, and we're going to have to ask some more questions, but that's the extent of what we do know so far. And so we needed the extra help from you guys to step in. And because if it gets more than, say, those 6 skeletons, pretty soon we're going to be something we can't take up with just the 5 of us.
There were only 3 skeletons left.
No, we took care of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought there were 2 that we left in the circle.
So, you got any questions about any of that before we sort of decide who's going to go where and branch out and start asking questions?
I don't. I don't know.
Now, Jack, Uncle Jack, this is a question for you. Can we seal off the cemetery with a couple of our characters and then just pretend that we have filled them in as we go back to the cemetery?
You will have to get permission to do that. I mean, you can physically block people from going in if you leave people there, but there will be rituals and burials, and people are still dying and come to visit the cemetery and leave flowers, etc. So you'll have to have some sort of official permission to do so.
Okay.
We can go to the watch commander.
Yeah.
Or captain.
Yeah, because in particular, I want people out of there, but also in particular, the one guy that we know that's there all the time, the caretaker, I kind of want to keep him out too.
Mm-hmm.
You remember his name?
I did write it down. Let me see if I
yeah, I got it here too. Where are you? Did you write that, or did I write it down?
I thought I did.
If anybody rolls me a history check over 13, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Old Arkaley.
Conky.
Conky.
Hi, Conky.
Conkin Hilter.
Old Conky.
Wait a second. I am big stupid. I don't even have my dice. I got everything ready, but never grabbed my dice. Hang on, let me look for it.
Smell your lips.
Okay, I found it. I'm sitting under my desk, and it was on my desk.
Really bad.
So one thing you guys, you should have in your packet, you have the mayor's information. You guys could go to the mayor. You probably should find your captain or commander first. I mean, you would know all this. You have to start somewhere to get permission.
Yeah, we can have, like, a couple of us can go to the mayor, a couple of us can go to our captain.
All right. So, who wants to volunteer to go to the captain?
Our most trustworthy looking.
No.
Who has good charisma?
What, Jack?
Who has good charisma? Not me.
Definitely.
Yeah. I kind of got some decent charisma.
I got 16 plus 3. I have plus 0.
Yeah.
Oh. I have a 12.
But, I mean, we don't necessarily need to impress the captain. I mean, he's going to...
No, we need the mayor.
Yeah.
I'll go to the captain.
All right. So, Adhorn.
I'll go with
Adhorn and Arden are going to go to the captain. All right. You want to go to the captain and see if he can seal off the cemetery?
Yeah.
All right. So,
Yeah.
so go do it.
Okay, I'm gonna knock on his door.
All right. Make sure he can hear.
Okay, I'm gonna knock on his door.
Don't on that one.
I don't know.
Okay, so the captain, he's training some recruits. He says, "Aye, what is it?"
Are we allowed to? Can you close off the cemetery? Like make quarantine it so no one can get in or out, please.
Close it off? What do you mean? There's no need to close off the cemetery. I thought you took care of them. I thought you took care of all that problem.
No, there are. We think there is a summoner stone, but we need to find it, and we think if anyone comes in, they could tamper with the summoning stone.
Did you find one?
No, we are still looking for one.
How can you be sure there's a summoning stone? That's big magic there.
Well, when the skeletons come out of a certain radius, they just stand there and they won't attack us until we mess with them or something like that. On this lines.
Did you take care of them? I thought you said you did.
We took care of the ones that we found so far, but we haven't found any more.
I don't understand. You said you killed the skeletons. Now, how is there more of a problem? I thought you dealt with this.
Well, there could be more skeletons rising up, so we want to take care of that and make sure it doesn't happen again. And also to protect the sheep.
I'm not sure I can give you permission to close that off, to seal it off. I think maybe we could. You'll have to go you'll have to go walk across the street and see some of the town officials for official permission. I can't imagine that they will just close off the cemetery for days at a time. How long are you asking?
Just a couple days.
I'm not sure if they'll give us permission for that. I think you're going to have to ask the commander first and then ask him what to do about it from there.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Aye, now take care of that problem. I thought you'd done it already.
I'll salute on the way out. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Finally. Okay.
Okay.
You guys gonna go to the commander?
Yep. So we walk over to the commander's office and knock on the door. Knock, knock.
Commander Dob Flint. Yeah, come on in. What is it?
We need to ask your permission to quarantine the cemetery and like close it off so no one could get in or out.
Quarantine the whole thing?
Yes, sir.
I don't think. Can you explain why you think that's necessary? That's a big cemetery. People visiting all the time.
We think there might be a summoning stone there, and we don't want anyone to mess with it because they might mess it up or get hurt, and so we don't want that to happen.
Well, I heard y'all had taken care of this problem. Do you have any idea do you have any proof that it's not fixed? And I'd like to know more about this. Can you tell me, is there any way that you can prove that you have not done your job? I mean, why do you think there's going to be more?
Because we killed them off last time.
Elliot,
and
you're
we
not
came
there.
back and they were more.
Elliot, you're not there.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so remember what we did the first night,
Yeah.
and then the second night, or the second day,
And
then
then
the
more.
third day.
So
more skeletons kept on coming.
like the first day, we destroyed all of the skeletons that we found. The next day, more rose up to come and just come and stand there.
Hold on. Can I get Artin and Adhorn to roll me a history check to remember what they remember, to see what they remember?
Come on. Good job. Adhorn got a 7.
Artin got a 19.
All right, Artin, you remember that the first time y'all went, there were 3 skeletons, human skeletons, and 1 horse, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The second time you went, there were 6 skeletons, but it was not the second day. It was 2 days later.
Oh, well. 2
That
days.
might be important, so tell him everything that he might need to know.
So the first day we came, we saw skeletons and 1 horse skeleton. We destroyed them all. And then 2 days later, 6 more skeletons came up and rose up.
Then what did we find? What did we not find?
We did not find a summoning stone to see if
If you didn't find a stone, how you know there's a stone? I'm just not convinced that we need to block off the whole cemetery.
Well, when we were fighting the skeletons, we threw them and they didn't come back and attack us. And we think there's like a circle,
A range.
Radius.
A radius of
Remember your math.
how far that magic or something.
the
can
magic
go.
lasts.
So that's interesting.
I've got
Are you guys equipped to handle magic problems? It
I don't
sounds
know.
like I might need to take you off this job and assign you something else.
Elliot, you need to stop.
You
You are right next to your mic, whatever it is.
You two need help.
I think we need help.
Can we like say we'll be can we like leave for like a minute and then like go and grab some people? Actually.
Are you asking for me to assign more people to your party?
No.
Or
No,
are you
just
just
for this
trying to
mission.
think of some way to BS me once more? Well, I trust you guys. You did a good job for me the last 2 times. I just want to know why in the world I should have to close off the entire cemetery and shut people away from visiting their loved ones for no proof whatsoever.
Because the skeletons might attack people and those people might get hurt. And then they're probably going to blame it on the city. So
Also, we don't want if there is a summoning stone, we don't want anybody tampering with it and like make do more spells in it and make more skeletons arrive.
Can I get both of you guys to roll me a persuasion check?
okay.
Persuasion. Oh, great. It's
Crap.
+0.
Come on. Our team got a 12.
Ooh, Adhorn got 17.
All right.
Green lips.
Captain Commander Flint says, you know,
Got all that to eat.
that's awful true. We do not want the city to look bad here. I tell you what, rather than close off the whole town, the whole cemetery, why don't you go grab yourself another couple of guys, another couple of party members, and I really don't think that they're going to give us permission to close it down, but here is, and he starts scribbling on some paper and hands it to you. Here's a letter from me saying that go talk to the mayor. Tell him it might be possible that we should close this thing down. I don't know what he's going to say, but it ain't up to me. Go ask the mayor, and if he says no, just take you with a couple other guys to watch a little harder. I hope you're wrong. I hope this thing's done now, but I do appreciate your thinking about the town instead of just finishing up. All right. Thank you, ladies. You may go.
Yes, sir. I'll salute him on the way out.
Same here.
Nice job.
All right, so we're still waiting in the barracks. You guys come back in.
Okay.
You're gonna report
So
just everything.
the mayor, wait, no, the commander, captain guy.
Watch commander.
Yeah, him. He said to go to the mayor and ask him because he can't even actually say that and all, say we can do all of that. So yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go to the mayor, or someone's gonna go.
And here's I'll show everyone the letter from the commander to go talk to the mayor.
I think we also need to go to the Temple District and see if we can't figure out to get any advice, help from the Temple District.
All right, so
as well.
Okay.
Igneel and I, Niekman, will take that letter. We'll go to the mayor. At the same time, you and how about you take, since they're going to be part of our party now, Kakusha and what's his name again?
Crap, I can't see it.
Castian.
Castian. All right, so Castian, Kakusha, and Chalith, y'all want to go see what you can find out over there?
Sure.
All right.
Can I go with them to the mayor, or is that what I'm doing?
Sure.
Where do you want to go?
If you want.
I'd like to go to the mayor.
Okay, cool.
All right. Who wants to go first, mayor or the clerics?
Doesn't matter. We'll go to the Temple District. You can go first.
Okay.
Who's going? Are you girls going to the Temple District?
We'll go to the Temple District. You guys go to the mayor first. Do the mayor.
Okay, let's do the mayor first then.
Wait. Before we leave town again, can I go? Wait, can I check to see if my sword that I ordered is ready?
Oh yeah, you can do that.
It's been like 2 weeks since.
When did you order that? I can't remember. It was
Like
the
3 days ago.
Yeah, just a couple days. All right, yeah, you can go check.
I guess do the mayor first.
All right, so so Igneel and I head over to the mayor's
And
office.
Jack David's character name, I can't remember it
Castian.
at all.
Castian.
All right, Castian. All right, and so we have the letter from the captain of the watch in hand, and we go and knock on the door.
Knock.
When you walk into the office, there is a halfling woman sitting there at a small desk with a door behind her. She is his personal assistant, and she says, "May I help you?"
Yes, we really need to see the mayor. We have a letter from our captain of the watch, or from the watch commander, with a request to quarantine the cemetery because of some dangerous skeletons there. And we need to see the mayor to make sure that we can get permission from him.
"As you know," she says, "the mayor is a busy fellow. He is in a meeting currently. Can you come back tomorrow, or shall we make an appointment for you?"
No.
We can come back tomorrow, but tell him that if any bodies show up, that we'll let everybody know that he shooed us away.
Is that really what you'd like me to tell him?
Yeah.
No, but let me tell you a story. Where I come from, there's this story called Ghostbusters, and the mayor didn't do the right thing initially. It was mass hysteria, cats and dogs living together. So you don't have to threaten him, but tell him that this is really important. It'll look really bad to his constituents if he doesn't react to this now.
She flips through some paperwork and she says, he might have an opening in a little while. Would you like to wait?
Yes, we can wait. Thank you.
Okay, she indicates a little couch for you to sit on, and you can just sit there and wait.
Is it a comfortable couch?
Not really.
Oh, that's tough.
All right, to make the mood a little bit nicer, I start playing for everybody.
It's like elevator music in the doctor's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's nice calming music that inspires people and makes them feel. You're not even there. Quiet. So that it calms both the lady in there and, of course, even though he's not far away and with the door closed, he can hear it in there too. So I want to draw him out.
Okay. Okay, so you guys are sitting and waiting, and while you wait, let's skip over to the group that's going across the river.
All right.
Is there any particular temple you want to go to, girls?
I didn't know there was a particular temple anywhere.
The temple district.
Okay. What temples are
there are many deities, which are basically different gods that people worship in Dungeons and Dragons, and there are gods for literally anything you can think of. There's a harvest.
We would like.
Go ahead.
We would like to go to a god that we know.
I know. We should go to God of Death because they're skeletons.
Okay, let's do that.
God of Death for a temple of God
Goddess
of Death.
of Death.
Very
Got
interesting.
it.
Hella.
You go to the temple of Kelemvor.
There we go.
Can I get
Kelemvor.
you guys, whoever's going, I want you to roll up a religion check.
Where is Kakusha going?
You're
Ooh,
going
I got 19.
I'm going where?
with them to visit.
What was it?
Okay, I'll roll.
That is a so
A perception
RC
check or a religion?
Shayla with 13.
You don't need to talk the whole time you're rolling dice. My dice is
Kakusha
rolling.
got 21.
I'm looking my paper. I'm being loud while I look at my dice and check down my list for the right number and add this number to that.
be quiet.
Roll it and look. You don't need to narrate the whole thing. We don't need a play-by-play.
All right. So Kakusha just rolled a 21 on the list.
Huh? What? He said sorry.
Kakusha rolled a 21. So here's what you guys know about Kelemvor. He is the god of the dead. He's not an evil god at all. He just shepherds the dead souls into wherever they're going after they die. And the god Kelemvor absolutely hates the undead. He thinks all undead, including skeletons, anything, vampires, all that stuff is an abomination and should be destroyed.
Same here. Same here.
Well, we got a good choice then.
Yep, good choice.
I would pick up.
All right, well, we will go there and we will find. Is it an open temple or just like we have to be knock or?
It's open. You can just walk in. It's more a shrine. It's a smaller.
Okay.
He's not one of the most worshipped deities, but it's an open area that you can walk in. There's an altar. There are offerings in front of the altar, things like that.
Gotcha. We will go in and try to find one of the priests. And once we find that priest, we'll start asking some questions.
Okay, so As you walk in, you see some people praying, and several of them have robes. And as you're standing there looking around, wearing your red armband, one of them walked right up to you and said,
Oh, all right.
"Ma'am,
Bella,
you look to be travelers in need of aid. May I help you?"
we just had a
spill.
You're not mine.
like I told you, everything that you don't need needs to move.
That's good. Should I get some more paper towels? I don't know. Not my problem. So I don't care.
You realize that millions of people could watch this.
No.
I know. I know. I realize that.
Is there a god of Lay's chips?
Of what?
Oh.
Ellie, you took my chips.
No. I took the regular kind,
You have-
the better one.
Ah,
You have the sour. You have the.
children.
The better setup.
You have the. What is it? Salt and vinegar.
Okay. You're stupid. You just need to pay attention. No, you're not. You need to pay attention.
Yeah, true, but
Just gonna
is
stay back here.
it under the
No, you just need to watch your hand gestures. All right. Do you want to ask him anything? Ask the priest, or is it a male, female? Did you say?
You can't tell. There's it's a slight person with a robe and a hood covering most of the face, and they're speaking very softly.
I'm just gonna say hey, and then you guys can do the talking.
Okay.
Hello, ma'am or sir, or whoever you are.
We're looking for. We're trying to deal with this problem at the cemetery outside of town, Fort Hills Cemetery, and we're trying to figure out if there's we know there's possible summoner stone if you're familiar with those, and something is resurrecting the dead, and the skeletons are roaming about, and before it becomes a problem, we're trying to figure out if there's some way to hide this stone or what object that is resurrecting these skeletons. Hopefully that made sense.
The person pauses, and you see her folded hands squeeze really tight, and the knuckles go white, and she says, or he says, the person says,
The person.
Them peeps.
"This is not acceptable. You must put an end to such an abomination. You may not allow those creatures to walk the face of the earth."
Well, we've taken care of the stuff that has happened so far, but I'm afraid that it might, Bella, you got that on the end, and this is moving, and you're going to break some. So move that away or take care of it. Okay. We're afraid that it might escalate, so we're trying to stop it from escalating any further, or trying to find the people responsible, the people that are responsible for making this happen, so it doesn't get worse.
I understand. And what would you like for me to do?
Just seeing if there's anything that you could assist us with, maybe come with us, and our information that might be helpful in locating this object that is creating this travesty, creating these abominations. There you go.
The cleric says, we are not powerful enough to counter something like this. I can offer you a blessing. If you would bring your whole party to me, I can offer you a blessing, but it will not last for long.
We'll take whatever we can. I'll be back with the rest of the watch. And I
actually, can you roll a persuasion check?
Yep.
Hey, I got a 20.
So Artie's got a 14.
Hold on, I'm not ready.
Only 19 and 20s all the way around.
What did Caleb?
Oh, I'll be.
9 for Chalif.
9?
Yeah.
For some reason, this gigantic half orc persuades her or him, whatever this person is. She says, "This is such an affront to all that is holy. I will come with you for a brief time."
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thanks. Have a nice day.
He says, "Where should I meet you?"
We will come get you when we're ready, and we'll head out within the next day or so.
I understand.
Thank you. And then, is there like an offering that we can do? Is there like at the temple?
Of course, Kellenbor always accepts donations and
I'll
offers.
give him a bag of Lay's chips.
Do you have that on your equipment list?
No, I don't.
I'm gonna throw him 2 gold. Or place 2 gold in as an offering.
I'll give him 2 gold also.
The priest says, "May the blessings of Kellenbor always be with you."
I'll
Thank you.
something. I'll place 2 gold. How about a baby goat?
So she says, as you guys are donating, that 4 gold is quite a bit. She says, "Let me see what I can do for you now." And she lays a hand on each of you. How many of you are there? 3?
4 of us.
4?
Yep.
She chooses, let's see, definitely the half orc and Chalith. And who else is there?
Adhorn.
Adhorn and Artin. Since Artin didn't really speak to her, she chooses Adhorn, Chalith, and
Kakusha.
She casts a spell, and you feel you don't feel too different, but she says, "Walk with care." So the next roll that you need to make, what are you showing me? That's weird.
It's cake. Mommy made the cake.
Ah, beautiful. And delicious. So the next roll
I for some reason can't see them. It's just like blank.
Oh. The next roll that you guys make, you 3, will be, you can add a D4 to your roll just to help out your score.
Ooh, nice.
That's a bless spell. She just blessed you.
I feel all tingly.
I feel very.
All right. Meanwhile, back at the mayor's office, you're still waiting.
2 instead of 1. Yeah.
Dave, can you roll a performance check, sir? I mean, Neakamon.
Necmon.
All right. So, smoked it. 21.
Nice. After about an hour of sitting there and playing, the door opens and the mayor walks out. You recognize him. I think he's a halfling. Yeah, he's a halfling with a big belly, and white whiskers on the side of his face, and messy white hair, and he comes out scratching his belly and yawning. Oh! And he looks and stops and sees you. Oh, and he straightens himself out and puts his hair back in order. Can I help you?
Yes, thank you for seeing us. We have a letter from our watch commander with permission to temporarily close off the cemetery because there's some dangerous skeletons.
Excuse me. He walks over to his secretary. Do they have an appointment? And she says, no, but they were very persistent. And he looks at you guys and says, this is highly irregular. You have no appointment? What is this about?
Whoever's there showing.
Mayor, there are some dangerous skeletons that keep appearing in the cemetery. And we're afraid some of your constituents are going to be hurt or even killed if we can't control the situation very quickly.
Oh my! I see you're members of the watch. Is the watch unable to protect us?
Oh, the watch is able to protect, but this is one of the ways we can protect.
And you're asking me exactly for what?
We would like to temporarily close off the cemetery so that we can take care of the problem with the skeletons.
In fact, who's in there? It's Neakamon and
Igneel
And Castian.
and Cassian. All you guys roll an insight check.
What do we add?
I got a 5, a big 5.
Okay.
Igneel got a natural 20.
No, I got 19 because I got a minus.
Well, she got a natural 20.
Okay.
Independent of
A nap, and he just.
How about if I put it in song? Would that help?
He kind of mutters a little bit and says, this is, as I said, this is highly irregular. Can you please schedule an appointment and see me when we have more, at a more appropriate time?
Mayor, I would like to offer you an opportunity to come down to the cemetery with us and see just how vicious these skeletons are.
We'll protect you, though.
And,
Yes, so you gotta
and show you what it's going to be like for your constituents if they're left unattended and not taken care of. We can take care of it, but we got to have your help.
You can see that he just doesn't want to focus or pay attention to you. And he says, fine. I'm not sure we can close the entire cemetery. Give me a few days to think about it and come back to me when you have an appointment.
We appreciate your time, Mayor.
Yeah.
And we leave the office, and I tell the people next to me, we're going to close it off anyway.
Wait a minute. Neakamon, can you roll a persuasion check for me just once?
19.
Ooh.
It's 19.
Before you go, he says, wait. I think that you may be correct if this is a threat, although you haven't shown me any sort of proof. If things continue, please come see me again, and I will consider it further.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for your time, Mayor.
Oh, goodbye.
Have a good day.
I'm not even gonna do
You do the same.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Now, as we leave, I say the same thing again. We're going to close it off anyway.
So is my longsword ready yet?
All right, so we are all meeting back in the barracks.
Yep.
We are briefing all of our group, all 7 of us, about what we're going to do. And since we can't officially totally close it off, what I'm going to recommend to our group is that we talk to the caretaker and say, anybody who needs to get in, delay them as much as possible and let us know about it, because we got to unofficially prevent people from getting in there.
All right.
Does the group agree with that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, so we're not necessarily going against our commander or the mayor, but we are working together to prevent the people going in and out of there.
Yeah. Oh, so we went to the temple. What was the fella?
Kalimfor.
Kalimfor?
The Temple of Kalimfor.
Kalimvor.
Is that right? Calibor?
Kalimfor.
Okay.
Kalimfor.
So we enlisted the help of one of the clerics.
Go get him.
And so when we're ready to go, we'll go and grab him first. Or
Okay.
we'll grab the priest or the cleric first, and then we can head out.
All right.
Wait. Did we go and check to see if my longsword was done yet? I
think it would be helpful if it's done. I don't know that it'll be done this quick, but sure, go ahead and check. Oh, and in the meantime,
Yep.
I'm going to go ask one of my friends that's always got all the gossip, Cora Nimblefingers, to see if she knows anything, if she's heard any rumors, if she has any way to help us just with information.
Well, I get gossip from the bloody Pegasus too.
So, Arton, why don't you go to the shop and ask about your...
I'll go to the shop and ask about my longsword and check to see how much longer it's going to take to be done, or if it's already done.
The guy, the blacksmith says, you just ordered it 3 days ago. No, it's not ready. It'll take a while.
Yeah.
Like, how long will a while be?
A while, like I said before, will be about 2 weeks. I'm sorry if that's not fast enough, but we're backed up as it is.
He's probably got one.
Can I go ask the supply officer at the watch and see if I can get a longsword from him?
Absolutely. Absolutely, you may.
Staff or something.
Go ask him. The supply officer is called Minunk Dave. I mean, Dave Minunk.
Yep. Go talk to him.
Okay.
Stop eating.
Uncle Dave.
Right.
Does he have like an office or anything?
He works in kind of a warehouse almost, full of equipment and stuff. There are carts, there are harnesses, armor, weapons stacked up in racks, all kinds of equipment. Things to take on trips, like just little tools and things, all kinds of stuff.
Ador, do you want to come with me and get something?
Sure, buddy.
Okay, so Adhorn and I go over there and we knock on the door if there is one.
Just say knock,
knock.
and then.
Yeah. Okay, so he opens the door. What is it?
I would like to borrow a long sword and
I want to borrow a short sword.
oh yeah. Also, could I please also borrow a quarterstaff?
Borrow?
Yes, borrow.
Why do you want to borrow it? We almost never get. Well, I tell you what, a quarterstaff and a longsword. What's your mission?
We're going to go to the cemetery
To defeat some skeletons.
Skeletons, is it?
Yes, sir.
You'll not want a longsword for that. The quarterstaff should do fine. And it looks like you've got one with you already.
Yeah, I do.
And why would you be needing another?
For my friend Arton here.
Sup?
Martin, you'd rather use a quarterstaff than this? And he walks away and comes back with a warhammer. This is what you need against a skeleton.
Yes.
Okay, I would like that instead. Thank you very much. That would be great, by the way.
Not sure if you're able to use this warhammer, but this is what you'll be needing. And he hands it to you.
Like, what does he mean by use? Like, not be able to
use it in battle.
Because your class is not proficient in something that possible.
Might be, but I don't think so. These are ranged.
Is mine?
What?
I think mine is.
Barbarian.
Yeah, Elliot is an actual beast.
Absolutely, a barbarian can use a warhammer.
You could.
Because, I mean, I have another friend who could possibly use one.
Yeah, nice.
Send them
Well,
over,
like,
but before you walk away with my good warhammer there, what kind of weapon were you using on those things before?
A short sword, and it was not working out very well.
And do you still have said short sword on you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Well, you might not be needing it. Is that correct? I just don't want all my equipment to go walking away on me. You know that is watch equipment, correct? The short sword, the hammer. You can't just take everything you want from me.
I'll return it.
So why don't I hold on to your short sword while you borrow or requisition my hammer?
Okay.
I don't have anything that's going to work.
Tell you what.
Magic.
Hang on. Roll a wisdom check for me.
Okay, wisdom. Oh crap, this is bad. I rolled a 10.
A 10 still beats his roll. You kind of see that he's just trying to give you a hard time. You probably could argue your way out of it and keep both weapons.
Okay.
But his hand is out. He's asking for his sword back.
I'll just let him have it for now.
Thank you very much. And he goes and hangs it on a rack with about 20 other short swords. Will there be anything else?
No.
All right. Niekman walks into the room too. He's heard some rumors. And do you have any other things like clubs or any other bludgeoning weapons that we can pass out amongst us for those of us who don't have a good bludgeoning type weapon?
Is it the skeletons for you too?
Yes.
You're all together. Sure. I've got clubs. I've got hammers. What else are you thinking? I've got a couple more quarterstaffs. You can bludgeon with your fists, you know, or kick them.
Yes, and we've done that. I was hoping for something that might pack a little more wallop. What's going to give me the most damage?
You can use a hammer. I've got hammers.
Maybe I have a hammer in my adventuring gear. Is the hammer just like a normal?
No, it's gonna be like a.
It's not just a hammer that we use to nail boards together, right?
A warhammer has got it's got a handle about maybe 3 or 4 feet long. It's a pretty long handle, and the hammer itself it's not a sledgehammer. It's kind of like a 2-ended ball peen hammer almost. and it's about twice the size in width of a regular hammer that you hammer nails, and you swing it either one-handed or two-handed and just plow it into things.
Sounds good.
A light hammer.
So I'll tell you some things that are used for bludgeoning. You could use just a regular club. You could use a great club, but you have to use it two-handed, which means nothing else can be in your either hand. A light hammer, which is a hammer that it's kind of like a normal hammer, but there's no claw. You just throw it.
Yeah.
A quarterstaff, a mace. You could use a mace. A sling also is bludgeoning. A flail.
Would a great axe be good?
A great axe is slashing damage.
Okay.
A maul, M-A-U-L, is bludgeoning. That's a two-handed, like a giant, I guess it's kind of like a great club. Just a big old hammer that, or a mace that you use two hands. It's just like a baseball bat. A war hammer, which is what he's offering you. And that's pretty much it. Clubs, maces, flails, or hammers.
Mace. Maces are good. Let me see what that does. Because right now, just simple unarmed strike is giving me more attack. No, is it? 1d6 for damage for a mace.
Would there be anything good for a rogue? Do you think?
Yeah.
Like any kind, like a light hammer for a rogue, maybe? Would that work?
A rogue could throw a light hammer, I believe, but probably a sling would be your best. It doesn't do that much damage, though, but it's straight up bludgeoning.
A what would?
A sling, you just whip it around and throw a stone out of it, and it smashes into stuff.
Is it better than a short sword?
Well, as a rogue, you don't want to get close enough to use a short sword.
Okay.
It does only a D4 of damage, but you would probably have a couple pluses to add on to that.
Yeah.
It would be the same plus as as you
dagger.
would get with a bow.
Oh, a bow. Okay. I have.
All right. Ekman would like to borrow the mace.
All right.
Uncle Jack, does the dexterity go under the bow? Like, does it add dexterity? Okay, I have +4 dexterity.
And what does it on your sheet? Does it have next to the weapons what the pluses are if you hit?
Oh no, yeah, it's +3. It's +3.
All right, so you would roll a D4 and add 3 to whatever you roll.
Well, it says like saving throws under it.
That's better.
Like at the bottom.
It's still +4, just like mine. Yeah, but +2. Yeah.
I'm not sure. No, it's not a saving throw. It's an attack roll.
Oh, yeah, I think that's just +4 then.
Yeah, it would be plus your dexterity. So, yeah.
Okay.
So a sling would probably be better for you than a bow because you want to shoot it from a distance and you want it to smash, not pierce.
Okay, yeah. Can I ask that guy? I'll ask that guy if he has any slings.
He's got one. You may use a sling.
Okay. I'll just let him. No, never mind. Actually, tell him I don't have a short sword. It's in my pack, but I'm hiding it from him.
He said, "You got nothing to give me?
Nothing
to replenish my supplies." I don't know. Do you have a requisition order for this?
What? No, just okay. I'll just give him my short sword. I don't want him to be annoying.
Why don't you roll a You didn't try to say anything, so never mind. You just give him your sword. Now you don't have a sword.
Well, I have a rapier.
Okay. So you traded in your short sword and you got a sling.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I didn't hear, but did he ask Neexmon for anything in exchange?
Well, he says, here's your mace, sir. Now, what do you have to return to the supply so that you can have this mace?
I haven't actually checked in, purchased everything I got, but in exchange, if you'd like something in collateral, I can turn in my rapier until I can give you back the mace in exchange.
Absolutely, that will work. I just need to keep my supply level up.
Okay, can I, while they're doing this, can I go collect stones?
Sure.
Like, okay. How many do you think I would collect? Like, how many would I have?
You can go down to the river, which is not far away. It's like 2 blocks away, and collect, I don't know, 20 rocks or whatever, however many you want to haul around with you.
Okay. So, like, how big are they? Like, size of my palm?
I would say like baseball size. They're the ones you want to chunk out of a sling.
Okay.
Maybe even smaller.
Okay. Like a golf ball. Or a little bigger than a golf ball.
Right.
Yeah, I'll go collect, I'll just go ahead and collect 20 of those.
Okay. So guys, do you think this is the next day after the last time you killed skeletons or the same day?
I think it's the next day.
As much time as we've...
Because Kakusha woke up from his deep sleep.
Okay, so this is sort of toward the end of the next day after all this waiting and talking to people. So if the first skeletons came, let's say, on day 1, and the next ones, the 6 came on day 3, you're right now on day 4.
Okay.
1d8.
And after you all get, does anybody else need supplies from the supply officer?
No, I'm just gonna take Arton's great hammer or warhammer.
You're gonna take it?
Yes, I'm a barbarian.
She gave it to you. Does she know that?
Not yet, but she knows that she might not be fit to use it.
Well, just go get one of your own.
Well, I'm at the temples.
No, you're back. Y'all came back already.
All right, I'll go get one then.
Yeah, you'll have to go talk to Dave, my nunk.
Okay.
What would you like? What do you need there?
Warhammer.
A warhammer? But you've got a great axe. Isn't that a little better?
Well, I'm looking for bludgeoning. I'm with the rest of them.
The skeleton group, eh?
Yeah.
All right. Would you like to? I hope you'll give me the axe in exchange because I need to keep up my inventory.
That's fine with me.
Persuade him. No.
I'll come back for it.
Just persuade him. Try to persuade him first.
I'll persuade, I guess.
Don't give it to him.
Roll me a persuasion.
14.
He says, and why would you need to keep both?
Because I might need him. I might need them both. There might be a new threat. We don't know if it's just the skeletons.
That is true, but listen, I'm writing your name down. What is it again?
Castian.
Castian.
Yep, that's my name.
One warhammer.
Elliot. That is not your name.
That's what he wrote. Caspian owes him a warhammer.
Okay.
All right. Are you guys all set?
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right. It's nighttime. It's approaching night on day 4. What would y'all like to do?
I'm gonna go grab a drink of water real quick in real life.
Right.
Yeah. In real life.
What would the party like to do?
Go to the cemetery. Check it out.
At night?
Yes.
Before we go, I still want to ask some of my contacts. In this particular case, Cora Nimblefingers, who's always up on the gossip, to see if she's heard anything useful.
That's a good. It says, I haven't heard anything, dearie, but I'll keep you in mind if I do. I'll send you a message if I hear anything strange.
Excellent. Thank you.
We're gonna go get the cleric from the temple as well. Oh, go ahead then.
Never mind.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Before we go, Adhorn is hungry. Can I go stop by the Bloody Pig and get it?
You may.
Artin is also hungry. She will go
you can do whatever you want.
I'm sure you're still hungry.
Yes. Adhorn, it's going to cost you. Do you get half off over there to eat?
Yeah.
Do you have a special favor or anything from that place?
No, just coming there to eat.
All right. Well, it's going to cost you, let's say, 2 silver for all you want to eat. That's 2/10 of the gold.
That's good. I'll pay.
Or you could just go to your normal mess tent in mess hall and eat with the soldiers.
No.
That's what I'm doing.
I like her.
Sorry, go ahead.
I like Alfina's cooking better. So
Yeah. And Niekmon, I'm going there because it's one of my night-ons there. So
right.
Ooh, we'll watch you.
I get to eat and drink for free. So
right.
Plus I get paid for playing.
Okay. What did I have you roll last time? A D6? Go ahead and roll a D6.
One. That's what I rolled last time.
You earned 1 more gold that night.
All right. Well, it's a little bit
for free.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Every little bit counts.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to take that one I spent and go give Cora a little tip for helping out. See if she can find anything.
All right. And she is very grateful, and she says, I'll work special hard to find some information. I'll be asking around for you. I'll let you know.
Excellent. Thank you.
I'm going to go with the group to get the beast person or whatever they are. I'll go. I wasn't paying attention. We finished our food.
So me and Ignil were going to go to the temple district after we had our food at the mess hall at the barracks.
We'll meet you there.
And we're going to go get the priest or the cleric from the temple.
Adhorn and Artin will meet them at the hall of the temple of
Kellumbor, yeah. Is this at night? Are you going at night, Caliph, right before nightfall, or during the night, or when are you going?
Yeah, right at nightfall.
Okay. She's willing to come with you. You clearly have given it away. Yes, it's a woman, but you can roll in perception check for me.
8.
8. Yeah, you can't really tell anything more than it's probably a woman.
Hold on.
Ignil rolled a 20.
Ignil's not with you, is she?
Yeah, she came with me.
I met you there. So Adhorn,
you're eating your beef stew.
Finish my beef
No, you did not eat your
Ignil.
It would have been a good roll. It wouldn't have been a good roll.
Ignil, you can tell that this cleric is probably or almost definitely a woman.
Okay.
And not that matters at all, but she has a hood that's covering almost all of her face. You can see just the bottom half of her face. The rest is in the shadow of her hood. And she's covered head to toe in a very dark gray robe. That's all.
Cool. We're collecting everybody, and we're gonna head out tonight.
All right. So Niekmon is working. Are you gonna wait till he gets off work?
Yeah. We're gonna we'll meet at the end where everybody's at.
All right. Niekmon, can you please roll a D4?
If I can get a hold of it.
4.
Can't get it off the table.
They're slippery.
3.
3? So you don't finish playing until about 11 p.m.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So we'll rest before then.
So go over there. Oh, this will give us a chance to talk to the caretaker if he's available.
Yeah.
Let's go to his house.
Guys, who am I with? Who should I go with?
Well, I think we're all ready to go together now, right?
We're all going together. Yeah, don't understand.
Okay. Well, I was just gone for like.
Where are we going? I was gone too. I just got something to eat.
So the whole party gets together at 11 p.m. in the middle of the night and starts heading toward the graveyard.
Sweet.
That's good.
Cemetery. And you get to the gate. Well, you pass by Conky's house.
Elliot.
Oh yeah,
you
let's
need to
stop
not
there.
eat next to your mic.
Sorry.
If that is you.
Home.
What are you using as your mic?
Headphones.
Okay, well, just use your regular phone. Or mute yourself when you're eating like I am.
Okay. I'm eating a cheese stick.
That's a loud cheese stick.
I was opening the wrapper.
Okay.
It's like Sarah. I'm opening the wrapper.
All right, guys. You're on the way to the cemetery. What do you do?
Well,
Look
we're going to
around.
stop by Conky.
Oh, yeah.
Old Conky and see if he's home.
Okay. It's kind of loud over there. It's hard for me to hear you guys. Oh, it's laughing.
We're going to stop at Conky.
Go ahead. Conky's house.
We're going to stop.
Conky's house has no lights on. Are you going to knock at his door?
Yeah, we're going to knock and see if he's home.
All right. You knock on the door and you hear, "Oh, it's that. Who's there?
It's the town watch.
Oh, for crying out loud." You hear a long, drawn-out shuffling in the room and some puttering around, and you wait for a long time until he finally, you hear the latch slide back, and he's poking his little white beard out and says, "Yes. Do you know what time it is?"
Yeah, we figured we'd catch something tonight in the Four Hills. Just seeing if there was anything strange going on the last day since we've been here.
Nothing that I've seen. Good luck to you. And he starts closing the door.
Thanks.
Good night.
Go ahead.
That's fine, because he's going to have to pass us. We're going to camp out right by the...
You hear the lock slide back in place.
All right.
Hey, guys. Can y'all tell me some information about this guy? What did y'all learn?
Ooh.
He's really old.
He's
a very old dwarf.
Okay. Yeah, he's like 400 years old. He's like...
Okay.
He's like he's seen people that have died like a thousand years ago.
He's like super old.
He's very, very old.
Okay. Well, thanks. Just wondering.
I want to his house.
All right, so recommend we just set up our bedrolls outside the gate of the cemetery so nobody can get past us, and then set up a watch. How's everybody think about that?
Yeah,
I like that.
Me too.
Keeping an eye both inside the cemetery and out.
That way we can still rest tonight.
Y'all set up on the kind of at the entrance, right? Along the road. Okay.
Nobody can get.
Yeah. So y'all stay on watch all night, taking turns. I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yes.
And nothing happens. You spend the whole night out there, and it's just nothing.
All right. So after first light, and everybody gets a chance to eat a little something that we brought with us. We ready to enter?
Yep.
I have a lot of rations, so if anything.
All right, are we gonna head?
I have a suggestion though, but it's like a half joke, but we should take that guy captive, the old guy, and we should we should good cop bad cop him. You know, he's trying to get all the information out of him because he's obviously on the bad side.
No. How do you know that? How do you know he's on the bad side? What information do you have?
Okay, I think we disagree with that.
Okay, no problem.
Think, boy. You could just stop him if that is
bad boy.
I guess we're just gonna. I'll ask the cleric if she's willing to, or the cleric if they're willing to, stay with us for a couple days.
Unfortunately, she's unable to do that, and spending this whole night out in the cold, uncomfortable area was a real strain on her. She says she will come back if you need her, but please don't ask her to do this again.
Sorry about the inconvenience, but thank you for coming.
I wasn't sure why we didn't just wait till the next morning anyway.
True.
So it's daytime. Are y'all going into this the graveyard, the cemetery?
All right. Yeah,
absolutely.
And what I was going to say is recommend we go straight back to the spot where we saw him last time and kind of probe, around the edge of that original circle and begin to see what we and stay in a group currently.
Yeah.
So everybody roll an investigation check for me.
Ooh, I think I've got good investigation.
Woo, natural 20.
All of us.
I got a 1.
I got a
natural
12.
1.
17 for Chayla.
I got a 12.
Nice, Chayla. Finally.
What are we supposed to roll?
Which one's 10 dice?
Elliot, is that you?
Been around for quite a while.
Put it in here.
Other than
you like
few
drumming?
more new added flowers at a few of the grave sites,
Edhorn got a 3.
you don't see anything different at all. It's exactly the way you left it.
All right, I say we just go back and we can come back tomorrow.
Reports. We searched just kind of the area where we were before. Do we want to now search the rest of the cemetery?
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. Why not waste time?
Split up.
Do a perimeter.
All right. Yeah. Let's
or why waste
start.
Time?
I mean, we can see most of the cemetery from the height of the biggest hill, right?
Right.
So why don't we go up there?
All right. So you pull the spiral walkway, or do you climb straight uphill?
I will use the spiral walkway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use the spiral. I'm just gonna run across.
I'm just gonna go straight up the hill. I'm going straight up. I'm super fast.
Caliph did and fall down and break a tombstone.
I'm not gonna be
just giving you all the background.
So the whole
gosh, Sheller lad.
Jack David. Castian.
Yeah.
One thing I need to tell you is the hills are covered with tombs. And to climb straight uphill, you're probably going to have to step on some. And it's kind of slippery, and the footing is not great, but you can try it.
No, I'm just going to go with him.
Okay. I'm going to try it because I'm not walking on that spiral walkway thing. What do we add?
What was there something like about the spiral walkway that was sketchy?
No. Just a walkway.
Okay.
What do we add? One question.
Okay.
Why was Conky up so late?
He wasn't.
We woke him. Okay, good. What do we add for
dexterity?
Up at the top of the hill. You know what they never mention in Dungeons and Dragons? What happened to all the bones and stuff that were scattered after your fight? I guess he cleaned them up. Conky must have moved them, because you don't see anything different from up on top of the hill either.
Never asked that.
Yeah.
So while we're up here, and maybe we go back and ask the cleric right away, but we need to. If something was drawn him in.
Mm-hmm. Well, we weren't sure when we
I have a baby gray goat.
That's correct.
It's on my equipment list. I could set it out as bait. Try and get the skeleton.
It's like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
This cemetery is full of squirrels. Now that we've had our squirrel
goat out,
do we want to try to figure out what's going on?
Squirrel-tastic Park.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get the chicken soon.
All right. Well, why don't we go back outside the cemetery? And it's not hurting us too much to sleep out overnight. Yeah. We're tough enough. So let's just go out, talk to Conky, and tell him that unless something big. You know what? Let's go talk to him.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go. Me and Niekman are gonna go back outside and to Conky's house.
I'm gonna go talk to him too.
From the top of the hill, you spy Conky actually puttering around in the cemetery now. So you don't have to go look for him. You can see him.
All right, we're going to go that direction.
Yeah, so
Castian is going to join them.
Way down.
All right.
As
he's working, he's cleaning up an area, kind of patching up the soil around a grave site. Yes, what can I do for you, young snapper?
Yes, sorry we had to wake you up last night. Have you seen anything today? Because we haven't.
I have seen nothing since you guys left last time. It's been around here.
All right. Are you expecting any big burial services today? Because we're going to kind of keep a guard on this and try to prevent anybody that doesn't need to be here from entering.
I will have to go check the paperwork. He starts slowly shuffling back toward the gate.
Someone's a throw-in.
Can one of us just carry him or something?
So, yes.
Youngster, put me down.
So we exit the gate with him and kind of set up so that nobody will come in.
All right.
Sarah, be quiet.
He doesn't have to go all the way out, actually. He's got a little shed off to the side, and he goes over there and opens it up, and he's got a clipboard with all the paperwork, and he says, there are 2 burials scheduled today, and that looks about all.
Okay, then can you point out where those burials are going to take place, and we'll go stand watch to make sure nothing happens while those burials take place?
So he with his shovel over his shoulder, he starts walking back. He says, I've got to dig these holes today. Shouldn't take too long. He walks you back over. I would say if you look between all the hills in the middle, sort of on the bottom side where that little loop is on the bottom path.
Yeah, where the A is?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Where that one is.
The big A on the ground.
Yeah. Toward the center of the southern side. That's where.
Can you show me that again?
2 spots marked.
Can you show me that again, Uncle Jack?
Yeah.
Hey. Uncle Jack, for your information, I haven't moved. I'm still at what you left.
Wow.
It's down 1.
I don't even know where I am anymore.
You're a lazy bum.
Back here.
Okay.
We're going to offer to help him dig the sites today.
Okay.
That way we can kind of keep an eye on, try to keep an eye on anything suspicious.
Which one of you is going to dig?
I'm gonna dig.
All right, roll an athletics check. Whoever wants to help.
I want to help.
Castian.
Oh, that's good. That's gonna be good.
20.
Castian got a.
Kakusha got a 20.
Castian got a 22.
24. Adhorn got an 8.
My athletics is +7.
Neil got a
Jeez.
25.
So you guys see old Conky start off with the shovel, and he is ridiculous with that shovel. Dirt flies, and he goes into the ground like he's a groundhog. He's never done it. You've never seen anybody dig like him. And then he says, I thought you were going to help. And so you guys all pitch in. While he's digging one, you guys dig the other, and the whole both of them are done very fast. Like within an hour, the graves are perfectly ready. And he says, thank you. That surely did help out my back.
Yeah, well, I'm just amazed that you dug one and it took 5 other people to dig the other.
There were 7 people.
That's just, that's what I've done for years. You know, that's my favorite thing to do. I'm a dwarf, you understand.
Oh, I understand.
I don't get what he's saying.
So we'll just kind of keep watch today. You know, not necessarily if someone it doesn't necessarily need to be there, we're going to try to steer them off and try to keep them away for now.
Ow.
All right.
The funeral, the people doing the funeral stuff.
Sounds good. So as you guys stand watch, I guess, are some of you guys at the gate?
Yeah.
You're going to set up camp out there.
And we'll be at the gate. Arton and Adhorn will go to the gate.
Hey, Adhorn, I can barely see you again. Did you scoot over to the side again?
No.
Okay.
Arton and Adhorn will go to the gate because we have very bad, awkward conversations. So I think that will stall them plenty.
All right. So you work the gate. Everybody else is taking up post. And the day goes normally. The procession comes through. They bury their folk. Old Conky fills in the graves after they leave. Everything is as it should be. And by the end of the day, as evening draws close, nothing has happened, and you see nothing.
Guess we'll set up camp and take watch again.
Are you gonna spend the night again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. Where are you gonna just stay in your camp where you were before?
Yeah, since it's already kind of set up.
All right.
Where is that on the map? Can somebody show me that?
Yeah. I don't really have it indicated, but let me pull the lamp over. Can you see it? I can't tell.
Yes, I can see it.
So over on the east side, which would be the right, right in the middle, there would be a gate, and you guys are camped kind of right outside the gate, is what I understand.
Okay.
That's perfect. Okay, girls.
And Neil is sound asleep.
Can you see it happen?
No, we helped dig some holes and watched and nothing.
All right, good.
So we're
as dark falls,
doing watch, same camp spot.
Okay.
As dark falls, you notice that heavy clouds are rolling in, and after a little while, you hear thunder in the distance, and the wind starts blowing, and there's probably a storm on its way.
No, we probably need to go back and get like tents if we're gonna stay up.
Yeah.
Another night.
I mean, I think I had one.
I don't need
Yeah, I think I have one too.
Let me look.
tents.
I
Everyone carries a tent. Who doesn't?
I don't have any tents. I have a few torches though.
Backpack. No.
I mean, Arton.
Let's ask the caretaker.
Oh,
Wait, what are in our backpacks?
I mean, even if he's got a barn, I mean, we can.
Yeah. So we're still out
Hey,
there.
What time
Uncle Jack.
Yeah.
During it's nighttime. Is it still any light outside?
Yeah, it's evening. It's a very dark evening because the cloud is completely covered. I mean, the sky is completely cloudy.
Okay.
You see lightning. And old Conky comes walking back with the lantern. Even though it's still light, he's carrying his lantern. He says, "Looks like some weather's coming."
Hey, old Conky, do you have like a barn or anything that we possibly, if it starts raining, we can get some shelter, or do you have a tent or anything?
What about that shed?
You could. The little shed at the inside the cemetery is really small. It's like a cabinet almost. But he says, "You could stay at the supply shed at my house. I can clear out the floor. You'll all fit, though it might be a tight one."
Or as the Ekman said, we can go to that mausoleum that was pretty big in there and sleep in there for the night.
The one where we killed the skeleton that was near the skeleton horse.
The big mausoleum up top.
Yeah, I think. The big hill. I think it was we were on.
Yeah.
It says, "Please yourself, if you need me to clear out my shop, my shed, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna go to bed."
All right, thanks, Cocky.
We'll take care of the rest.
We want to make it really interesting and go sleep at the mausoleum.
Mausoleum.
Oh, I vote for mausoleum.
Mausoleum.
All right, we can make this. We can take a vote. Everybody who votes for mausoleum, say aye.
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 That's 4.
4,
5.
6. So 6.
All right.
I say
All right.
also, yeah.
So you guys break down your stuff as quickly as you can. By the time you actually, let's say everybody, and we're going to go by the lowest roll for the whole group. Everybody has to give me a dexterity check to pack up all of your stuff so you can hurry it up into the mausoleum. Unless you don't stay up.
Oh. Adhorn got a 7.
Okay.
Arton got a 10.
Castian, what did you get?
Castian got an 11.
Nia, come on.
Sneakman got an 8.
Kakusha got an 18.
Okay. Caleb?
Oh my God.
7.
Okay.
Jack, I just got on. Just for your information.
Okay.
My brother Jack.
Guys are packing up and it starts to rain. And by the time you're finished packing and make it all the way up to the top of the hill, you are completely drenched. All of your stuff is wet.
But we're slow.
And you draggle into the mausoleum, dripping and pile your wet stuff in wherever you want, and try to spread out and wring out your clothes. And by this time, it is full dark. What would you like to do?
Until
right.
falls asleep.
All right, we're gonna rest, but set watch.
Yeah, rest and set watch.
Okay, who's on first watch?
Those of you who don't need as much
Arton
sleep.
and Adhorn will go.
Yeah,
Well,
whoever,
you need to choose one.
say whoever doesn't need, like the elves probably need to go first, and then they can have their trance.
Yeah.
Because we don't need sleep.
Right.
Sleep is for the
And
weak.
then
I mean,
everybody else that needs rest can kind of
I
take a
know.
minute.
I need
Yeah.
some sleep.
I mean, I don't need sleep at all.
I got
Okay,
like
so who
4
wants to
points.
go? Do we want to do
Arton
individual?
and Adhorn.
I guess individual.
Yeah.
I'll
Arton
go
and
first.
Adhorn will go.
We do double watches.
I think
do it
individual's
together.
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so
Arton
pick.
and Adhorn are
No.
an
Let's
exception.
do individual.
Okay, so who wants to go first?
I'll go first since I'm
So Adhorn,
and I don't need sleep.
and then Arton,
You need actually sleep.
and then
Just gonna happen.
Castian and Kakusha, do you want to watch?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah.
I guess they'll go 3 and 4, and then Caleb go 5, so 6.
How many watches are y'all setting?
We'll do 7.
7 different watches?
Yeah.
So each person's
I'll
going
go
to do like
first.
an hour and a half.
Exactly.
One first.
Okay, who's up first?
I'll go second. Castian's going second.
All right. Whoever's up first.
I'll go first. Kakusha will go first.
Who's ever up first? Let me get an order. Who's going on watch first?
Kakusha.
No, Elliot. Somebody else started going first.
Adhorn.
I thought Adhorn was going first.
Adhorn's gonna go first.
Oh,
yeah.
Elliot will go second.
Okay, Castian will go third.
Castian third. Fourth?
Arton can go fourth.
And then Chalif.
Okay. Sixth.
Niekman.
And last is Igneal. Okay.
Yeah.
You'll see those? Are they facing the right direction for you?
Yeah, they are.
Okay. To me, it's backwards. That's weird.
It's because it's like a mirror.
Yeah. So, Adhorn, roll a perception check.
Okay. Oh man. Adhorn got a 6.
Okay. So as the thunder is crackling through the air, it makes it hard to hear. As the lightning flashes, it makes it hard to see. The rain pouring down also obscures your vision. And so Adhorn's time passes without any incident. Kakusha, roll a perception check.
Do tieflings have night vision?
Yes, they do.
A what check?
A perception.
Perception.
Roll perception.
I got a 1 plus 5, so 6.
Okay. Kakusha also stands watch for his turn. Yawns a lot because he's had a tiring day. The rain, the thunder, the lightning are all distracting, and he's not sure if anything happens. He's just glad to wake up Castian when it's Castian's turn.
Okay.
You don't see anything special.
Roll perception check.
Yeah, perception.
13. I got a 15. 13 plus 2.
Very similar. The storm continues to rage. You see a lot of thunder and you see a lot of lightning. You see a lot of rain. You hear a lot of thunder. Not much else.
Okay.
Arten,
sounds good.
Arten, your turn.
Oh, okay. So it's a perception check, right?
Yes.
Perception.
Okay.
She's rolling. Checking.
I got a 14.
Okay. A lot of rain, lightning, and thunder. Your time is up. Caleb.
Ooh, yeah, let's roll good. Ooh, 20.
Wow.
I'm alert.
What time you are?
6 hours will do a body good.
Yeah, this time he is alert. Unlike
don't need
chasing a
sleep.
butterfly.
Caleb, you very briefly glimpse lightning that kind of catches your attention. Can you roll me another perception check?
17.
17. It seems like it was just lightning. It seemed like it was a slightly off-color lightning, just very almost like out of the corner of your eye. You're not sure, but it's just lightning.
Just lightning.
All right, I'm just going to kind of intently watch and see if there's anything else. But if if we get close, I'll let Niekman know when it's his turn. Just to, hey, I noticed something, but it just looked like lightning. But just trying to be alert.
Okay.
Keep a sharp eye.
All right.
Keep a sharp eye.
So your time ends. Niekman, perception check.
Let's see, where am I? 10.
10. Niekman's looking for anything out of the ordinary, especially checking out the lightning. And the lightning is beginning to wane as the night starts to draw toward morning. The thunder, you can tell that the thunder is in the distance now. The storm is moving off, but you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. Igneal, roll a perception check, please.
Igneal is trying to sleep.
Wait, never mind. It's too late.
11.
But I was gonna say, Uncle Dave, are you Niekman? Is that you?
Yeah.
You should have also warned Igneal about the lightning, or just given a notice, you know. But it's too late, I think.
Did she roll?
Yes, 11.
11. So she notices that she sees light breaking through the clouds at dawn, and it looks like the storm has traveled off to the east, and it's kind of over. She kind of, on the last watch, she just listens to the dripping and the thunder rolling in the distance and doesn't notice much else.
It falls back asleep.
It's funny how it only rains at nighttime. It feels like storms are always at night.
And it's morning. What's going to happen?
We're going to go check around the cemetery, see if there's any activity.
I'd go to the newest graves.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
To the newest what?
Newest graves.
Oh, the ones that were just dug?
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
So you wander around and around. You go all the way down to the bottom. As you draw near the bottom, who's going down, Igneal?
Yeah,
Castian will go too.
Igneal and Castian, as you wander down.
Let's all go together.
We're all going together.
And Igneal can be in front.
Yeah.
You guys
Or
all packing
Kakusha.
up your stuff or leaving them in the mausoleum?
Let's go ahead and pack everything up.
Let's leave it in there and shut the doors, kind of, so that nothing can get in.
I don't think we should. I don't think there's any reason to worry about our bed rolls, and I think we can leave them there.
I'm just gonna keep.
We'll leave everything there.
Okay.
Well, besides our weapons and
yeah, I mean, just the bedroll stuff and
yeah. What we have unpacked, we'll leave there.
We could hide our gold in the body of the skeleton that was there.
No.
Yes.
We're gonna take gold with us.
No one's gonna take the gold if it was there.
All right.
So what are we doing?
You were leading us down.
All right. You guys
wanted to see.
go winding down, and can I get a perception check from everyone?
Okay, perception check. Let's go. So I roll these dice. I'm looking at the dice. I am looking
Adhorn got a 14.
Okay.
Kakusha got an 18.
Let me ask it this way. Did anyone roll a 20 or above?
Artin got a 20.
Castian did not. Castian got a 6.
Artin got a what?
Igneal doesn't know what we're doing.
Niekman got 11.
Adhorn, you're not in the picture.
What? Oh, okay.
Artin, can you scoot toward your dad again and let Adhorn fit in the screen?
Samuel, just come sit over here. No. Or
I think
that's good. Oh, that's good. All right. Artin, you rolled a 20 what? 24?
What?
20.
Oh, a 20.
A 20.
Yes.
Arton sees something moving on the hill to the northwest as you're walking downhill.
Okay.
Hey, I see something moving on the hill to the northwest. I think.
So let's go. Let's go investigate.
All right.
Cool.
We'll head that direction.
Okay, so are you going to go straight down the hill or wind all the way to the bottom?
Keep you the path.
Yeah, it's early in the morning. It's slippery.
All the way down to the bottom. You cross over that little gully up to the top left hill, and you wind up, and you guys see. You get to where she was looking, and you see a skeleton standing on the path.
All right.
Kill us.
All right. Before we do anything, we know
Throw
that
the pet goat.
No, Elliot, stop.
we know that last time that if we didn't do anything, the skeleton wouldn't attack. So I think we need to try to see how close we can get to this without it attacking to see if something has changed.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Does anybody know what the squirrels went?
Chia.
They're still here.
So we'll cautiously approach the skeleton.
They're still waiting.
And that you approach walks away from you.
I'm sorry.
It walks away from you, and it starts to pick its way straight downhill.
Let's follow it. Let's just follow it. If it's moving, if it has a destination.
On the path, is it kind of on the northeast of the hill? Path?
It was kind of just on the east where she saw it.
Okay, so it's headed straight towards that spot that was sort of the center of the most recent activity.
Yeah, kind of. It's headed back toward the center-ish. Mm-hmm.
So we'll go ahead and pick our way down to that area?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go towards that area that we were there, the 6 skeletons and everything, and see what's going on.
As the skeleton reaches the bottom of that hill, it grabs onto a tomb and starts to try to slide the lid off, the stone cover, starting to pull and slide. And the stone is going nowhere, but it's trying to scrabble at it. Then it moves over to another one, and it tries to pull the lid off, and it can't. It's kind of looks like it's looking for something.
What stone?
A gravestone.
Yeah, so I agree. Chayla said, let's just keep observing it, just from a distance, see what it's trying to do and what it's going to be successful in doing.
Okay, roll a perception check, Calith and Neakmon, and Castian.
All right,
Okay.
Neakmon, 18.
Good.
Chayla with the 4.
Hold on, I dropped my die. I got Castian got a 17.
Okay. Castian and Neakmon, you notice that its blank eyes keep looking back at you guys while it's scrabbling around.
Okay.
And while the rest of you guys are picking your way carefully downhill, you don't notice anything, but Castian and Neakmon do notice that the skeleton's watching you while you're coming toward it.
Okay.
And
let's tell the group.
As it travels around, it realizes, or it stops grabbing at grave sites and starts looking all around and picks up a rock in each hand. And just stops and watches you guys coming toward it. In each hand is a rock.
Adhorn and Arton, shouldn't they be at the gate? They're still at the gate, right? Or they should.
Y'all all stayed in the mausoleum.
Well then, Adhorn and Arden will make their way to the gate now.
Welcome to the party.
You're gonna leave the group? Okay.
No, like just us.
Who is still at the mausoleum thing?
Everybody, y'all all walk down.
Adhorn will stay with the group. No. We gotta go to the gate and make people not come in.
And Neil will do
Why are you doing that?
Because we put the
Yeah, but if we're there to take care of things, I mean,
but like some people might like get past us without us seeing them.
They hear us fighting, they ain't gonna come close.
Yeah, I think we're okay. Just stay with the group.
Okay, so we'll stay
Every
with the
time
group.
somebody separates, that ends up bad.
Yeah,
It's true.
That is kind of true because I remember in one of
All
our
right,
adventures.
so this thing's got stones right in its hands, so we need to pay attention because it may start using it as a weapon. So if you have shields, now's a good time to kind of keep them ready in case this thing starts using those.
I'm gonna pull my sling out just in case.
Okay, now nobody do anything. Do not attack it until we're ready and everybody understands, because
I stay in front and keep my shield out. And
So if let's say we back up,
at the ready.
we want to see how the skeleton reacts if we back up from it.
how close are we at this point?
Oh, maybe 30 feet away. You're kind of above it on the hill, walking toward it.
15 feet and see if the skeleton reacts differently.
Okay. All right, everybody, let's back up just to see if anything changes.
So we'll back up 15 feet, Jack, and then we'll see if the skeleton reacts differently.
Okay.
Maybe take its eye off us.
So you turn around and try to scramble back up the wet graves, straight back uphill, and the skeleton starts advancing up after you with stones in its hands, menacingly.
Oh, okay. Okay, bro.
Okay.
Go.
I mean, because he's not going to be moving fast towards us, so we got time to kind of talk a little bit.
How about we encircle him?
Maybe he just. Now it's because it's like the first day didn't do anything until we attacked.
Yeah.
Third day was the circle.
Yeah.
And then fifth day.
Strange lightning.
And now they're going towards that area, but now watching us, and now
so they're
coming at us.
They're reacting now.
Yeah, reacting.
And so,
Can we go?
Can we successfully continue to back at the same pace he advances towards us?
Yeah, you're actually moving a little bit faster than him. His bony feet keep slipping off of stones and.
Okay, well, here's what I recommend. We keep backing up and see how long it takes him to see if there's a boundary again.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
After you're about 30, 40 feet away, it kind of stops and just watches you with the stones. It's not raising them up anymore. It's just holding them at its sides.
Okay.
And then does it go back to, we'll wait a few, and then would it go back to going back to trying to open up the grave sites?
No, he's just watching.
All right, here's what I recommend. Let's, as a group, keep about that distance and go around him. Circle around him and see if he pays attention to us as we keep circling.
Okay.
Like encircling.
Are we gonna be rotating or just like closing in?
No, not closing in. Staying the same distance. Pretend there is a string attached to the skeleton and we're at the end of it, and we're just gonna move in an arc at that distance.
Like a tether ball.
And this time, let's move to the north, up kind of into the mausoleum, gravestone areas.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
After he kind of watches you move around, he just stays there. And then after a couple minutes, he cracks the stones together and stops and watches you. Takes a few steps towards you, starts again, and then just puts the stones down by his sides again and watches. See where you're going. As you move away from him, he follows at about the same distance, Not exactly, but it's like he's watching to see where you're going now.
Do we want to go towards that area where we were on the third day?
Yeah, let's if he's gonna kind of continue following us, let's kind of keep that arc and make our way sort of around, almost back into the very center of the cemetery. See if we can go all the way around him slowly, and then draw him out and see if there's a spot, you know, as if we're moving towards the front gate, if there's a spot in there where he reaches some sort of limit again.
Okay. He just continues to follow you guys. He picks his way down the hill, and he's still following you once you're at the bottom.
Okay.
Walk toward the mausoleums. He starts picking up speed and raising his rocks. Now that it's nice, smooth ground, he's coming towards you.
Okay.
He's in that area.
All right.
We're gonna have to.
Yeah. So Chalith is saying that maybe there's something being guarded.
Yeah, he's guarding something. It looks like from the actions. So
okay, tell me about. I'm going to say, do you see on the map where the trail that goes up that hill meets with the trail that goes through the mausoleums?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there is kind of where he is. Where would y'all be right now?
To the north, right, kind of that very where we met that very first skeleton. You know, kind of where we were when we first saw the very first skeleton.
Yeah, I guess
so you're headed up that way. Okay.
Yeah.
He follows you down the trail, and every once in a while he claps his rocks together, and as you get up to the top where it bends a little bit, he's still following you, and you don't see anything else yet.
Can we like look around, see if there's anything else?
Sure, roll perception.
Okay. I got a 4.
All right.
Yeah.
You're mostly just worried about making sure he doesn't come running at you.
All right.
Martin got a 18 on perception. Thingy,
okay.
The whole thing.
Adhorn got a 12.
All right.
16 the Ekman.
Okay. 18 Ekman and Artin see something moving ahead of you, kind of up the top, the northeast hill.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
you're headed toward.
Are y'all gonna tell everyone else?
On the east hill. Mark where the skeletons have been.
All right. Who's got really good vision? Can anybody see what that actually is?
Elven vision.
Oh, I have elven vision.
I'm half elf.
Because you're an elf.
Yeah. All
right, go ahead. See if we can. Hey, check that northeast hill. See what that is.
Okay, do I do a perception check?
It's another skeleton coming downhill at you.
Coming down at us.
Okay, guys, it's a skeleton, and it's
does that skeleton? Can you see anything in its hands? Is it any kind of warning or weapon-looking thing like the other?
Yeah, come on, you saw it too.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't look like it has any, but you're kind of weaving your way between mausoleums.
Yeah.
First glance didn't give you the impression it was carrying anything, but you can't keep a line of sight on it right now.
Okay. All right.
I think we're going to have to kind of deal with these.
Yeah, I'd recommend we deal with the first one before the second one can get to us.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
The one that's got the rocks.
And I already took my sling out a while back. I don't know if you heard me say that.
I took my warhammer out like just
when
now.
you guys kind of stop and turn to confront it, it rears up its hand to get ready to throw the rock. Roll initiative.
Oh, belt it off.
Okay.
Roll what?
Don't start calling out. Just roll it and I'll ask you what you got.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we add anything?
No, just
Adhorn got a 6.
He's gonna ask.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. What did Igneel get?
Igneel went to sleep.
Right. What does Neexmon roll?
5.
And Shalith?
4.
And Artin?
15.
And Castian?
13.
And Kakusha?
23.
And Adhorn?
16.
Good. Castian, you also got a 16?
I got a 13.
13, okay.
Artin got a 15, so Adhorn would be.
Okay. Kakusha, you see the skeleton rearing back to throw a rock at you guys, and you're about 30 feet away from him. What do you do?
I want to run at him with my great hammer.
All right. You can charge up to him and take a swing.
All right. Do I roll?
Yep. Roll to hit.
Oh, we're attacking?
I got, oh my word. Ooh, I got a natural 20 plus my melee attack bonus 27.
I don't think Elliot's ever rolled below a 20 since we've ever played.
Yeah.
Except on those rare 19 occasions.
All right, you get double damage. Roll a D8 twice.
I need to go to Jack to do that. Give me some.
Okay. I'll just roll it for you.
Roll a D8 twice.
Okay.
Oh,
I got a 7 and then a 6.
Okay. And do you have any pluses on that, Elliot, on an attack?
Hold on, Elliot's running back to his room.
All right, what did he get? He never.
A 7. And a 6.
What do you add to your pluses?
5.
All right, so 13 plus 5. 2. So your newly added barbarian charges and just smashes the skeleton to scrap with one blow of that hammer. Just boom! Bones fly out in every direction. The rocks just drop on the ground. It doesn't move.
Sounds good.
As you do so, you see another, or behind you, you hear another skeleton.
Is this that same one that was on the hill?
The one that was coming down the hill. So, okay. Adhorn, right next to you guys, coming down between the mausoleums right behind you is another skeleton. What do you do?
I'm going to take my quarterstaff and swing at it.
Just do it.
Okay.
Go for the knees.
Dash its brains out.
It's brains that it doesn't have.
Right.
Well,
use the
quarterstaff.
Baseball bat. I got a 7.
A 7 to hit?
Yeah.
That misses. What about your unarmed attack?
Okay. I'll use my hand.
Okay.
Do it.
I'll use my hand to hold my dice.
16.
16 hits.
I'm looking at what I rolled.
Okay, and then
hey, let me
D6.
add what I do.
Oh, no, not a D6.
Roll a D4 plus whatever.
5.
So you got a 5 plus.
No,
that's just the number 5.
Yeah, with the addition. Yeah.
Okay, so you feel a rib snap under your hand as you punch him in the belly, in the chest. Artin, you're up.
Okay. One question. Igneel woke up.
Yeah. That's not a question.
That's a statement.
All right, Igneel has returned.
So I will swing my warhammer and try to hit that. So yeah, and I'll do that. I'll try to. Yeah. Anyway, so that is horrible. I rolled a 1 with a +6, so that will be a 7.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, when you roll a 1, no matter what you add to it, you miss. So
It's an automatic.
you missed the skeleton, and it's now Castian's turn.
Okay. I rolled a 16 plus. Oh, sorry. I never told you what I'm doing. I'm going to use my sling.
Okay.
I got 16 plus 4.
All right. Roll a d4.
Okay. I got a 4.
And then for 2 that, because that's your bonus, right? You have +4 to attacks?
Yes.
Okay, so 8. Your rock catches it right between the teeth and smashes the head apart, and it crumbles to the ground.
Yay. I got it.
Yep. So, killed it, and currently you're standing amidst the mausoleums.
Uh-oh.
And there's nothing moving right now.
Okay, that's good. Can we take another quick look around?
Sure.
All right.
I'm gonna go find the group.
I rolled an 11. What do you add? Perception? I got a 13 if it's perception.
Okay, you don't see anything moving.
Okay.
Looks like the kids need to take a break. Y'all want to take a short 5-minute? Or have they already done that?
Well, they kind of did, but we'll go ahead and we'll call it 5, and then go after that.
I'm ready whenever.
All right, then. Everybody, take a short break. If you need to go to the bathroom, do it.
All right.
Smoke if you got them. Right.
I already went to the bathroom.
Which I used to do.
I already went to the bathroom like just a minute. I've gone to like 20.
Almost 5.
It's good that you don't now.
Yeah.
It's an expensive bad habit.
Yeah,
Wait, how long's our break?
This will be year 5.
How long's our break? So don't get any more gummies.
5 minutes. Sarah, you don't need anything else. Sarah, do not eat anything else.
Well, we look at the when we like get anywhere, you can buy smoke that. We always, me and Amy, because she's used to smoke too.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, I mean, it's even more expensive now than it was.
I mean, it's a burden financially.
I don't know.
Not to mention what it does to you.
I don't know how we did it with both of us smoking. I mean, I just I think back, I'm like, man, how did I mean, I made it happen.
Yeah.
But it's like I couldn't imagine doing it.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of cash flow going out.
Yeah.
So
much better.
But how long is this break gonna be?
5 minutes.
Okay.
You can't go anywhere.
Yeah, except to the restroom. And
how's the kitty doing?
Good. It made an appearance
earlier
when we were first kind of getting going. It was on the stairs right there.
Yeah.
He's coming out more and more.
Good. Can you please stop?
Be careful.
That looked weird. Thank you.
Jack, David, Elliot, did y'all go anywhere?
No, I did not.
No.
Okay.
Upper body strength, girl.
So as soon as Jack's ready, I say we just keep rolling because the girls are just playing now.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. I recommend to the group that we go straight towards the other one and take care of it too.
But did we not already get it?
Oh, did we?
Yeah, we did.
All right, girls.
Actually, JD.
Yeah.
I was wrong. You do notice something.
Okay.
You see footprints in the mud that are not yours.
What are they? Large or small? Or
yeah.
Can I see what kind of footprints? Like what creature would have made it?
They look humanoid. They have 5 toes. You can't really tell because it was raining, and even though the rain allowed there to be mud to make footprints, they're not really very clear.
Are they small though or big?
You can't really tell. They look kind of splashed out and almost washed away.
Okay. The caretaker, is he small? Is he real small?
He's a dwarf. Actually, why don't you roll an investigation check since you're looking at it?
Okay.
Okay, I can go through that.
14 plus. Yeah, just 14.
I can actually move pretty fast.
Yeah, you can't really tell. They look
I move 45 feet.
roughly the size of yours, but they could be a little smaller, a little bigger. You can't really tell. It's just splash marks, but you can see them lined up like footprints.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Does the group notice that? Do I need to tell them?
You would need to say something.
Okay, hey guys, I found footprints that look humanoid, but they're kind of splashed out. Kind of not really. If y'all want to investigate them yourselves.
All right. Shayla, I think, is going to go report to the cleric.
Yeah, I'm going to go in panther form so I can make it back to town faster.
Okay.
To change the panther form. Once I get there, I'll, of course, change back at the temple district and see if we can enlist the cleric again.
Sounds good.
If she knows.
That sounds really cool. What kind of animal, or like, what are you? What creature?
He turned into a panther.
I'm a druid.
Is that? Okay, that's really cool.
That's cool.
So you're just sprinting all the way to the temple district and bringing her back. All right. So Chalith has disappeared. He's gone. And the rest of you guys, did you hear what Jack David said?
A little bit, something about footprints.
Yeah, he's investigating some footprints on the ground.
And I'm going to call y'all over and have y'all investigate because I had no luck finding out.
Okay. All right. We're
special.
Seeing what we can discover.
All right. Investigation check.
Investigation check.
Is Elliot still there?
Yeah. Elliot, are you there?
Yeah, I am.
He's muted.
Listening.
Adhorn got 10.
Niekmon 13.
Okay.
What did I originally get? Did I just get I got a 14, right?
I think you got a 16. I don't know. No, it was a 13.
It was?
Yeah. So, Niekmon, you see that the footprints kind of bob and weave through the mausoleum headed south.
On the map, what is south? Like, what is
the bottom?
Is there anything?
The bottom.
Is there anything like special down there? Like any?
No, we didn't find anything investigating there before. I mean, there's just more gravestones and things.
You didn't find anything before.
What about now? I'm just kidding.
Are you following the footprint?
Yeah, let's do that.
Check in 5 minutes. What about now?
Yeah.
Do you want to do that?
Did those
Go ahead.
Did those footprints go anywhere near that the above ground gravestone sarcophagus thing that the skeleton was pulling at?
Well,
I'd like to go back and check that.
Are you following the footprints?
Yes, I'm following the footprints. But I tell you, I want to go back to that after we follow footprints if it doesn't lead there.
You follow the footprints and they lead. Darn, I wish I could see through paper. So you're about right here.
Yeah.
The footprints down to the center, and you see a whole bunch more. In fact, the whole center where those skeletons were last time are covered with footprints.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Does anybody want to go? And we probably should go as a group. Well, can we tell that those footprints lead, say, directly from the? Does it look like more than one set of footprints?
Roll an investigation check.
Okay. I got a 12.
23.
Do all of us join?
You absolutely see that there's more than one set of footprints. You can't really tell how many, but some are bigger, some are smaller. They are all over the place. There are hundreds of footprints, and it looks like some of them curled out and came back. But unfortunately for you guys, most of the cemetery is grassy, and they disappear into the grass. It's very difficult to tell where they came from or left to, and since it was so rainy, it's very hard to tell what made them. So that's about as good a roll as you can get, and you've just learned a whole bunch.
Okay.
Do they look like animal tracks or?
They look like people tracks. You can't tell if it's human, dwarf, halfling, elf. You don't know what made them. You do know that they have toes like what?
Is there a possible chance it could be skeleton tracks?
Skeletons would leave prints of like a bony print. These are actual flesh footprints.
Okay.
As if the things were wearing shoes or barefoot. Some of them actually have shoes on, some of them don't.
Okay.
Don't halflings have big feet, or is that just in like The Hobbit?
Does what have big feet?
Halflings.
If I don't know, they don't all have big feet.
Okay.
I guess some of them do, but I mean, a halfling's foot, say, for its body size, it's proportionately a little larger, but compared to a human foot, it wouldn't necessarily be huge. Hey, Nath.
Hi, Uncle Jack.
Hi.
Hey, Dave.
Oh, hi, Nathmi. But Uncle Jack.
Yeah.
What was I gonna ask? Since there are multiple different kinds, like different footprints with people that are barefoot or something.
No, not barefoot.
Or whatever with shoes on or something. Do you think that they might have came to put it to help the skeletons or do what the skeletons were doing, or like put down another stone or something?
It's possible, but I can't just tell you the truth.
From where?
I can't just tell you what's happening. You have to figure.
The assumption is we're going by the assumption that they definitely had something to do with it. Yeah.
So
we don't know what they had to do with it yet, but they had something to do with it.
What you know is that something was running around in the cemetery the night when you were up in the mausoleum.
Okay. Maybe that saw was then moving around. I just couldn't get a good.
No, it wasn't. I mean, it was like a flashlight. I said, I think this needs to go down.
And the rain washed most of the prints away.
Yeah. Flashlights in the store.
Okay.
I would like to go, and I'd like the group to stay together to go back to that sarcophagus that the skeleton was trying to open.
He scrabbled at several. Give me an insight check, Niakaman.
Oh, 22.
Yeah, you can tell that the skeleton was actually trying to find a weapon or something to use against you.
Okay.
He was trying to get into those graves to find something to use. And he couldn't, so he used rocks.
Okay.
So I'd also like to kind of search that area that he seemed to be defending. I mean, we've seen footprints, but I want to do a more thorough search with everybody looking around.
Okay.
I think we should stay up.
Sticking your nose on that.
After a thorough search, you definitely find the grave, the loose mud that he came out from. It's nothing unusual or nothing more unusual than the other ones that you found. He just pulled himself out from under the ground.
Was it near the footprints?
Yeah, were the footprints near the unearthed grave?
Not particularly. He was up on the hill, his grave, kind of where you found him.
Yeah.
and the footprints, you can't tell if they went up there because it's grassy, but it looks like they're concentrated down in the bottom.
Okay, I'd also like to go and find the caretaker and see if he was closer to the entrance of the cemetery than we were. See if he noticed anything and tell him that we saw, lots of different footprints, and they must have come by his place.
Okay. So y'all are going to all go together, you said?
Yes.
Sure.
Yep. Who
I
is
think
that?
you be careful not to disturb the footprints too much with your own. Kind of search them. Go out of the cemetery.
What is that noise?
Find old Conky.
Oh, conquer.
Conky is, and this is first thing in the morning. Conky is just coming in to the cemetery as you are leaving with his shovel on his shoulder.
Okay, I want to look at, I'm just observing him to see if he, like where all those footprints were, has like a lot of mud, like he was out the night before.
Yeah, roll an investigation check.
It was broken up. What check?
Investigation.
Everybody else rolled too.
Actually,
Okay.
I just
Artie
got a 18.
okay.
I got a 7. Castian rolled a 7.
Okay.
Adhorn got a 5. Arton got a 18.
And Neil,
Kakusha got a 6.
Artin and Niekamon, would you roll?
I only rolled a 7.
Arton got an 18.
And Neil is 18.
Artin rolled the best, and Neil rolled pretty well. You don't notice anything. He's not unusually dirty. I mean, his shoes are always muddy because he's always in and out of mud, but he doesn't seem drenched. There's no mud stains on his clothes. He's just coming out of into work.
All right, then we let him know about what we found, what we saw, the strange lights, lots of footprints, 2 more skeletons.
Yeah, that's terrible news, he says. What made these footprints? What is causing this?
Are there any footprints around his house?
Yeah, did you see anything, hear anything unusual other than the storm last night?
Nothing. I slept soundly. I love to sleep in the rain. It makes me sleep very well. How did you sleep?
Okay,
I don't know. I slept when I went. I slept good, I guess, when I wasn't on watch.
Could you not? Didn't you see what was making the footprints, you say?
All right, I say we tie him up and investigate him.
No, he's been shot again.
We're not an evil party.
He got shot
Evil. Whoever that was. I don't know.
All right.
How about we just hit him with a pan and make sure he doesn't see?
Yeah. Now, I'm sorry. Can you repeat what you said, caretaker?
Conky says, "Weren't you on watch? What you would have seen what made the footprints? Isn't that correct?"
Well, we took shelter, so we were too far away to see where that was, and with the rain and the storm, we just couldn't see down that far.
Oh, that's terrible news. Someone's been in my cemetery.
It was him.
Are you sure it wasn't one of you walking around on watch?
Oh yeah. Maybe there's a mole.
No, each of us was in the mausoleum.
Show me these footprints, please.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So we take him there.
Sounds good.
At his pace.
Yeah, he looks at him and says, once he gets there, he takes a look and says, "More than one." More than one. It's difficult to say what made them, but two-leggeds for sure. What do you think?
Two-leggeds.
We think that it was definitely not a skeleton.
Yeah, we think that there were multiple people, and we're not sure how many, but
They're probably like a
Or
multiple
what kind of
people, and
meat.
that they have something to do with these skeletons rising.
They're probably like a cultist.
And we don't know what kind
That's
of
like
beef it
literally
is.
what I was thinking. I was thinking a cult.
I wonder
To be honest.
what did you say? Were there other creatures? Was there anything besides the footprints? Because he scratches his head. I wonder what the fresh graves might have in store. So
Didn't we go check them?
he starts shuffling off to the graves that he filled in the day before.
All right. Well, I say we follow him because maybe he knows, he's got some insight. Maybe he has a good idea. So why don't we follow him?
Maybe he's smart.
Okay. You follow him down the trail to the south, and
I don't know. I've got +2 insight.
can I have everyone
Tells me he's bad.
Yeah.
All right. Perception, Chia.
Perception.
Oh, that's really.
I got a big 5.
Archie got a 4.
Adhorn got a 7.
We need Elliot.
Kakusha got a 21.
Neekamon got a what?
7.
And Chalith?
I was going to get the cleric.
Oh, right. Okay. Well,
Igneal only
That's
got a
fine.
9.
I said we just need Elliot, and then he rolls a 21.
Elliot just rolled a 21?
Yes.
Elliot got a.
Well, Kakusha sees bodies lying on the ground.
How did we not? Wait, the fresh bodies, like they were just buried. Or go ahead and tell us about that, Elliot.
I don't know.
Elliot, well, just alert the group about the bodies.
Oh, yeah.
Bodies on the ground. And you guys all notice that the graves that had been buried yesterday they've been ripped open, and the bodies are lying on the ground.
Is there any? Can we go? Let's go look at the bodies. Let's go inspect
Wait,
them.
I like to say that.
Kakusha also notices movement to your left, which would be the east.
I would like to say that we dug 2 graves, and there just happened to be 2 skeletons. I would say that.
You would, but those bodies were not already decomposed.
Yeah, no, I was
Good point.
And just for the sake of ease, rather than rolling initiative again, Neekamon, what did you roll for initiative before? You remember?
Oh, it was low. It was something like a 7.
Yeah. Neekamon, as he noted, Kakusha, look to the left, and you look and you see a creature. It's humanoid, charging towards you, waving its hands. It looks like it's decomposing. Its skin is just falling off, but it doesn't.
It's a zombie.
It's coming at you slowly, and it's going to try to strike you. Neekamon, you're up. What do you do?
Alert the group. The rest of the group.
Yeah. First, I tell everybody that, hey, this thing's coming at us. Get ready. Now, it's not a
screams and passes out.
Who does?
Conky.
Conky passes out.
Yeah, he screams and drops.
Okay. All right. So how far is it from us again?
It's coming. It's right in your face.
I think Conky is a really good actor.
Oh, came out of the grave. Okay.
boy.
It came out from the left. It kind of almost caught you at surprise, but it doesn't move fast enough. So it was kind of on the ground, and it just popped up and came for you.
Okay. Then I'm going to grab that mason, whack it right in the head. It's coming to me.
Go.
Good stuff.
14.
14 will definitely hit. Do some damage.
4.
Nice work.
4?
Yeah.
All right.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Neakamon turns around and just baseballs it into its chest, and it crushes it slightly, but it takes a swing at him. Does a 10 hit you? No, it does not. So it swings at you and misses, and as it does, the other two bodies that were next to the open graves stand to their feet and start coming
Okay.
at you guys.
Wait, they literally just stand up?
They just stand right up.
How do we not know? I have a question. Could it have been possible that we noticed that they were not, like, totally motionless?
They were totally motionless.
Like, we would not have, there would have been no way to know that they could just stand up like that?
There was no way. They were not moving until the fight began.
Okay.
And then they just stood up. So, Chalith is not there. Igneal, what do you do?
I'm there, right?
There are 3 zombies standing up. Their skin is decomposing. They stink, and they're coming after you.
What do you do?
Yeah, longsword, go for either the head or heart.
Go. Try to chop it.
Chop, chop, chop.
Are we not rolling another initiative or whatever?
No, I'm just keeping the same initiative.
Okay.
12 plus 6 is 18.
18 hits. Are you going for the same one that attacked Neakamon, or are you going for a different one?
The one that attacked Neakamon.
Okay. The damage.
11.
11. Wow. Okay. Good job. Good chop. And this. Okay. The other 2 now charge into you, and one goes for Kakusha.
I am offended.
And he smashes against you. I think you've got a shield or something, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you just easily block him with your shield, and it is now
Is it my turn?
Kakusha's turn.
Oh, yeah. All right. I'll just slash one with my great axe. Wait, no, I don't have that. My short sword.
You gave away your axe. Use the hammer.
Okay, I'll use the warhammer.
Yeah, for real. That's like so much better.
Well, it's a D8 instead of a D6.
All right, I'll use the warhammer.
Wait.
Right.
Ellie, do you need my die?
Not yet. I need to roll first. I need
Can
to
we
find a
just-
good
can we
place to roll.
For Elliot, let him roll
Oh
for
my
damage.
gosh, I got a 20 again.
The 20 is a hit. Of course,
No, I got a natural 20, so I got a 27.
double 8.
I want to see this roll next time.
Jack, can you roll 2 8s for him?
Yes. 6 and a 1.
7. And what's your pluses on that, Elliot?
5.
So 7 plus 5 is 13. You slice that thing in half.
Nice.
You pull out your hammer. You just smash him and crush its skull, and it goes down in a heap.
It just
Adhorn,
turns
you're
to
up. And there are
dust.
2 more monsters coming at you.
Okay.
How far
Adhorn.
away are they?
Adhorn. Can you guys hear me? Dave?
Yeah,
I can.
We can, but Adhorn
Yeah.
can't.
Sorry.
something having to do with this side of the table. The volume is just
Sorry.
not good enough for
Sorry,
these.
Adhorn, you're up, please.
Okay. How many are there left? How many
2.
left are
2.
2? Okay. Is one injured or is one?
Neither one is injured.
Okay. I'll just go for the first one, I guess. And I'll use my quarterstaff.
I use my crossbow on those.
I got a 21.
Woo, that hits.
Okay.
Good damage.
D6. Wait. Yes. 4.
All right. And now you're unarmed?
I'll use my elbow.
All right.
I don't know.
Just give an elbow to the face.
Yeah.
She's gonna use the lower knuckle on her right pinky finger.
She's going to use her backhand.
Her left earlobe.
What did you roll?
19 and 5. I got
24.
24.
4. Adhorn takes a swing with her stick, cracks it, does a spin around, and comes around with her elbow, and boom! What's the damage?
How much damage did you do?
I did 4 damage again.
So a total of 8 damage that round. Nicely done. It is now
She's still
Arkin's turn.
Who's casting? Did you say casting? You kind of cut out.
Okay. So she dies.
Hold on. Did you say Cassian? You're cutting out.
No, it's Artin.
Okay.
I will attack.
Castian on deck.
What? I will attack the thing with my warhammer, and yeah, I do it.
Okay,
So
she's rolling.
Did you hit it?
She's looking. She's adding.
wait, 21. That's
Nice.
a hit.
It says 21.
Damage.
All right, Elliot.
Damage. Oh, okay. So I am.
D8.
Artin, is it the same one that she just hit?
Nope. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's
There you go.
this. Okay.
And plus 4.
7 damage.
Great. Now it's Castian's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna
Artin hammers this thing right in the chest. A big hole in its chest. Your hammer sinks in. Go, Castian.
How close is that? Does it look like that one that they just hit is close to dying?
You can't tell. It was nasty to begin with, so it's hard to tell.
Okay. Excuse me. I'll try to destroy it. I'll try to turn it to dust with my rock, with my sling.
All right, sling. Oh, you're too close to sling.
I'm too
Sorry.
close. Okay.
Yeah, you're
Can
gonna
I?
have
Okay.
to use a melee weapon.
Dagger. I'll use a dagger.
Or
Can I
hold
throw
on. What you could do is back away and snipe at it with your sling or your bow, and you would get sneak attack damage since you're a rogue.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
So you back away. Now shoot. Roll your die.
Okay. I got a 1.
Nope, your slingshot shoots the stone off, and you miss. Come
Can
on.
I use my rogue thing to hide?
Yeah, bonus action to hide. Roll to hide.
Okay.
Use your stealth bonus.
I got a 18 and then plus 6. I
Okay.
got a 20,
Good.
24.
Yeah, come on.
All right, I'm gonna be backing away, and I'm pulling out my crossbow this time.
Okay.
Who the heck is that?
17.
17 hits.
Five
damage. All right. And so you back up, You unleash a crossbow almost at point blank. It buries itself up to the feathers in this thing's chest, and now its turn. It goes after you, Naya. Come on! It charges. It closes the gap, and swings at you and misses. Igneal's turn.
I'm gonna go for the one that basically everybody's going for.
Okay, swing it.
Good. What are you using? Your longsword?
Yeah, long sword. So 23.
23 hit big time.
Oh, 7,
11 again.
Nice. You chop this thing to bits. Your long sword slices through, and it just kind of splashes over to the side, and its body falls apart. There goes that one. There is one more zombie remaining, and it's its turn, and it goes after Igneal, who just killed its co-zombie.
He killed his best friend. That's why he's going after her.
And
It's great. It's grave, neighbor.
It actually hits with a punch. And that's 3 bludgeoning damage against Igneal.
So.
And it's Kakusha's turn.
Give me a second. I'm eating chicken. Okay.
Well, you're D20.
I'll run at that last one with my Warhammer.
All right.
20, but 13 plus 7, not natural 20.
Good. Do some damage.
Jack, give me a D8.
Okay. 8 and
13
then
damage.
8 and then 1. No, 8 and then 1.
No, only 1. I never
1?
got a natural 20.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a
13 damage.
Kakusha just boom smashes it right across its head. Its neck twists completely sideways, and then it comes up and lunges forward. Adhorn, you're up.
I was going.
Adhorn.
Elliot, you're really loud.
Sorry.
No problem.
Did you say Adhorn?
I said Adhorn 3 times.
Oh, sorry.
Adhorn.
Going to use my quarterstaff. 23.
You know you're using your quarterstaff.
Roll some damage.
6.
Sweet. Now unarmed. Strike.
Okay. 25.
Hit it. Make some damage with your unarmed.
Okay, I got 6 again.
And how do you want to do this, Adhorn?
I'll use my leg.
All right.
Leg.
Adhorn bashes it with her.
Which leg?
Jumps up in the air and flashes out a kick with her left foot, taking it in the throat, and she crushes it, and it falls down dead.
Sorry.
No more zombies.
All right. So, I mean, we've got to immediately sort of assess the area, I think. What was different about this? I mean, is it simply whatever the people from last night did, or did we see anything different? Oh, you know what? I'm going to use my detect magic.
Okay.
There you go.
And see if there's something in the area that I can observe.
All right. You feel it's much like before. You feel that there's something in the air that's fading away, that just a very, very tiniest hint of magic that was, and it's fading. It's almost gone.
Follow
Okay,
that
so
magic.
strongest whenever whenever they first came out, right?
I'm sorry, what?
So I'm sort of speculating out loud, but it would have been at its strongest either last night when lightning was going on, or just before they came out of the ground, the zombies.
Yeah,
I gotta go for a second. Hang on, guys.
The zombies also have some of that fading magic about them.
Okay.
And that spell lasts for about 10 minutes, I think. So wherever you are in the 30-foot range for 10 minutes, that will register something.
All right, then I'd kind of like to make a sort of a big loop.
Okay.
Is that attack spot is kind of the center, and then an outward loop, sort of.
Right.
See if I notice anything else.
A couple days ago, you realized that the area of effect was contained to that central area.
You're echoing. Who has something out loud?
Yeah, we're echoing. But now you realize that it's covering the entire area that you walk through.
Okay, so I can't even find the boundary of it now.
No, you can't.
All right, then I'd like to start walking in a straight line until I know it disappears, at least kind of see a distance.
Which direction are you walking?
Back towards the front of the cemetery.
All right.
So east.
Go. Yeah, when you leave the cemetery, you go about 50 feet outside the gate, and then you don't feel it anymore. So you go back and forth until you can really see it. It extends a little bit past the gate, and that's about all.
Okay. So does anybody know more about these stones? Do they know if they can gain in power, or do there need to be more stones to start causing an area to be, the influence area to be bigger?
Is anyone proficient in Arcana?
I am.
Up there.
I am. Arden is.
Arden is.
I'm not
Wait,
there.
what's Arcana? Okay.
Arcana's magic. Arton, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. Crap. I mean,
No.
Fine. So that will be a 6.
You have no idea.
This
This is completely new to you, and you've never dealt with this type of magic. You've never even heard of it.
All right. Can we get an update on Chalice's progress?
Yeah, we'll say that Chalith is nothing else is happening in the next 20 minutes or so. So eventually Chalith comes back, making the monk hurry along, the priest hurry along in her robes, and she shows up. They're back.
Oh, I could have. Yeah. I'll try to find the group, and then with the cleric or monk or whatever, and see where they're at. I'll go to the last place I saw them, or where I left them.
Oh, well, Neakamon is right there by the gate, so you walk up while he's checking back and forth to see the perimeter.
All right, I'll lead them to the group, and then as we go, I explain to them about all the new stuff, starting at the footprints when he left to, or did you leave before we found the footprints?
No, it was like right at the footprint.
Okay, so the zombies at the new graves, and how the influence of the magic is expanded to include even areas outside the cemetery now.
Okay.
Was it not before outside the cemetery? Like not even a bit? Or did you check before?
It was about 50 feet outside, so.
What about before? Did you check like the last time?
It was a small area.
Yeah, like a 30-foot radius.
Yeah, 30-foot radius. It was a small area before. This is significantly bigger. by magnitude.
Yeah, this is hundreds and hundreds of feet bigger than before.
Yeah.
The cemetery is about, I want to say it's about a half a mile on each side.
Okay.
So it's huge now. The area, it's way bigger than it was before.
I asked the cleric, is there anything that that can do this, that we can look for, we can locate? Have you heard any reports of groups that are possibly trying to raise the dead besides our?
She says, this is beyond my knowledge. I don't know what could do this. Necromancy can, but it doesn't leave behind a lingering stench of magic. And it doesn't affect a huge area. It affects one creature at a time. I'm not sure what this is.
All right. Well, I thank you for your time. If you find anybody that can help us, please send them.
Is there anything that, before we send the cleric off, does the cleric have any other abilities? You know, like my ability to, sense magic. Does this cleric have any other abilities that might be used?
Asking her what her abilities are?
Yes.
She says, I can bless you, but my blessing fades very quickly. There's a possibility that I could turn undead away from me, but my abilities are very small. To find a cleric strong enough to affect a larger area like this, you would have to travel to a large city. We have no one who can do that in Arkaley. I'm afraid you're on your own.
So there's nobody that might have more knowledge within Arkaley? Or is she gonna, or are you, the cleric, the most knowledgeable?
You would have to inquire at all of the temples to find out. In my temple, I'm sure that we don't know much more of this than I do. In fact, this is so dire that I would be willing to bring 2 or 3 more of my fellows with me, but this area is so large, I don't know how much good we could do at all.
In a small town, I won't have anything.
All right, girls, can y'all pay attention? So
I guess
ask a question that's important, so pay attention.
I'm paying attention. Are you? Yes, sir.
So about midday, Jack.
Sure. It's actually still morning, before midday.
Okay, still morning. Gotcha.
All right, then I'm going to suggest we get rest, because I think we're going to have to be up at night.
We need to see,
to stake it out and find out who's doing this and what they're doing.
Yeah, we need to stake it out.
Okay. Well, then add
hiding places.
So, are we going to go back to the barracks?
No. We'll stay here. All our gear is still here. I think it's okay to.
Let's go where.
I mean, even if we stake out the 4 peaks.
Right. Have two, and then
or
someone with
Adhorn and Arden will bunk together.
Kakusha's pretty beefy. I think Kakusha could stay by himself.
Yeah. To see if anybody's coming.
Yeah. And stay hidden, but still with the visibility at the peak of the hills, looking down at the entrance of the cemetery, at all the. It's going to make us tired because we won't be able to stand watches. Why don't we do 3 hills and then we'll do 2, 3, 2, so that we can
Rest. Okay, that works.
All right, so the two hills nearest the entrance, let's do 2 and 3, and then at the far big hill 2.
2, okay.
So we'll probably need the strong person on each.
Yeah. I'll stay at the biggest hill.
I want to stay.
All right, Igneal and Niekman are going to stay at the biggest hill, and I assume everybody's going to have to go with us first to gather their gear.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we'll do 2 and then 3 on the 2 hills on the east.
All right, so you guys are not going back into town. You're staying here.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I think we need to spend one more night kind of investigating to see if we can see anything happening.
So 2 on one hill, 3 on the other. And where are the other 2 people?
I'll be on the northeast hill, Chalif.
Okay.
Adhorn and Arton will be on whatever hill is left, because we don't really care. I mean, yeah.
Watch out.
I love you trying to explain this to your mother.
My mom won't be mad.
How are you wasting my
Right before the end of the day, as it's starting to grow dark, a runner approaches, a messenger, and he's looking for Niekman.
Ooh, yeah, come on.
You're in trouble.
You want to...
Oh my gosh, that was so
Who
loud.
gets the message?
Niekman.
He's just
So
going to
somebody...
I'm back.
All right, because I'm... Put it down. Because Igneal and Niekman are at the back of the cemetery at the peak of the hill, so who got the message to...
Well, who's up front? The runner comes to the gates of the cemetery.
Well, I'm on the northeast hill.
So I think it's Adhorn and Arton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
you see the runner look around. He does not want to enter the cemetery. And
Yeah.
whoever is on the north, I guess, Chalith, you'd have seen this.
Yeah. Okay.
Sets down a piece of paper, puts a phone on it, and takes off and leaves.
Okay. And this is for I'll go to the southeast or southwest hill, find Niekman.
Okay.
Hey, this note came for you. Some runner from the city.
All right, so I open the note. What does the note say?
Tell me the name of the lady that at the bar.
Yeah,
What's the name of the lady at the bar that you're friends with?
yeah, Cora Nimblefingers.
Cora. The note has her name on the outside. You open it up and she says, and it says, couldn't find you. Underneath that it says, rumors/gossip. Number 1. The biggest, fattest pig won the race today.
Wow.
Some people are saying some kids nearby gained a lot of weight. Number 3. A huge fish was caught in the river today and is being sold piecemeal in the market. That's it.
I might go get back my gold piece. All right. Well,
Oh, goodness.
all right. So
I'm
what time of day is it now?
I'm going to laugh and go back to the northeast hill.
Yeah.
evening.
Good evening.
All right. All right. So
Oh boy.
What did I
Uh,
miss?
I think each of the hills
Elliot,
we
why
need to
did you
set
rewrite?
watch. So Niekmon, we'll set like 2-hour rotations or something like that,
That's good.
so that we get some rest. All right,
Elliot,
Niekmon will go
can you turn that
on-
down, please?
Turn what down?
The TV.
Is it loud?
We can. It better not be mine.
Okay, so you guys are all on the different hills. Is anyone alone?
No. Did Castian and Kakusha, did they go to the northeast hill? I never heard them say.
Yes.
Chalith is on the northeast hill.
Yeah.
Who's with?
I went with them.
All right. So Chalith and Castian are together on the northeast.
Yes.
Who is on the southeast hill? Nobody?
I'm not sure.
I'll go there.
Well,
All right.
Where were you the whole time?
Kakusha is on the southeast alone.
With Adhorn and Arton.
Niekamon and Igneal are on the northwest.
No, we're on the southwest, the biggest hill.
Southwest. And Arton and Adhorn are northwest.
No, they're on the southeast. So there should be 3 on the southeast hill.
All right. So nobody on the northwest. Gotcha.
That's correct.
All right. Adhorn, Kakusha, and Arton are together. All right, good. Okie dokie. Night falls. Who's on first watch?
Igneal.
Igneal.
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
I'll take first watch on my hill.
Okay. Oh,
Who am I on the hill with again?
wow. You guys figuring out how to get 8 hours of rest though?
Yeah, we were talking about that. Either 2 on, 2 off.
Oh, each hill?
Because you have to get a full 8 before you do anything, or you'll take 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay, so I'm going to do 1 hill apiece. We can do that.
So 4 and 3.
Yeah, we can do that.
And then all right, so Igneal and Niekmon realize that we're not going to get enough rest, so we go down and split up between the 2 hills. Niekmon goes, I go to the northeast hill, and Igneal goes to the southeast hill, so that at least we can see entrance to the cemetery from 2 directions, as well as most of the other cemetery from those 2 hills.
Right.
And then that way we can get some decent rest.
Gotcha. So this is, you got Chalith, Castian, and Niekamon on the northeast. Adhorn, Arton, Igneal, Kakusha on the southwest.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds right.
Sounds good. All right. So first watch on each side. I need you to roll roll perception.
Yep. I'm doing first watch on. Yeah, you guys got to figure that out.
Roll perception.
Sweet.
I'll go first.
I'll go first watch on the southwest one with.
Okay.
I'll go first watch on this.
So the northeast side.
Sarah, I'm first watch.
Dang, Elliot just.
I got
Elliot was
I
like,
saw
Sarah.
a 20.
I don't
Not
know.
natural, not a natural 20, just a 20.
I rolled a 5.
That's a good one.
Chalith,
So
he notices it's not raining anymore.
wow. Job, Jalen. Good spot. What a good watcher.
Kakusha stands there on the platform of the mausoleum, carefully, very carefully watching. for his whole watch.
And he has night vision, right?
Sees
So he can see
everything that
farther.
happens, including little bats flitting by, hearing owls hoot in the distance, but nothing unusual happened.
Could be.
Time for the next watch.
Okay, I'll go next for my hill.
No, this is nice.
I
Right
can go
there,
next.
I roll a 7 plus perception.
Yep.
So I got a 9.
You noticed it's not raining either.
Yeah, totally. Or he chased the butterfly.
Who's taking a watch on your guys'?
I will.
Who's second?
No,
All right,
I'll
go ahead,
take
Igneal.
it.
Igneal will go second watch on our hill.
What did Igneal get?
What do we add?
Perception.
Igneal got a 15.
Okay. You guys do your watch and really don't notice anything unusual.
Good. I'll go
Third
next.
watch.
Adhorn will go next for my hill. Perception check, right?
That's Niekamon on one hill and
Adhorn.
either. Okay, go ahead, Adhorn.
What do we add? Perception.
Perception.
16.
Okay. Niekamon.
16.
All right. And final watch. Oh, you guys didn't really notice anything. Final watch.
I can take final watch.
Oh, okay. So, that's bad. Arting on 8.
Caleb with the 9.
This did better than Artin, no offense.
Yeah, no.
Sounds good. You guys don't notice anything either.
No.
And as morning dawns, though, who's left? Artin and Niekamon, you actually do see movement way down in the center again from up top.
Oh, that was Caleb that did the last watch.
Right. No, I know, but you see it. I'm sorry, I must have said the wrong name, but Chalith notices movement as the sun rises.
So I get everybody up. Hey, there's movement. There's movement, guys.
There's movement over here.
Well, don't shout it. Just say it, because we don't want to alert you.
Yeah, we don't want to let them know that we know that they're there.
They're moving.
It's like, oh, no. We know where they are now. Let's go find them.
All right.
It's
I
definitely
recommend
that
we-
little dwarf, man.
What?
Well, let's.
Why do you keep accusing him? Yeah,
I don't know, it seems really sketchy.
Monkeys.
1,000 years of evil.
How do we know Conky's evil? He helped us last time.
Yeah, I was
What
suspicious of
evidence
him
do
at
you
first,
have?
too.
I
What
guess
evidence
if everybody's
don't
ready, we're
you
gonna
have?
go. Me, Ekman, and
Well
who was
played.
it? Kakusha.
Well played.
No, Kestian.
Castian was with us. If we're ready, the northeast hill, we're gonna go down.
I like that.
Towards the movement.
Okay.
I'll come with them if
I'm
I
guessing-
can.
Elliot, are you not on that hill with them?
I'm guessing all
Oh,
three
no,
of
you're going to
them
go
down.
in your hill.
Before we.
Oh, we can't. Or
Oh,
can we even
shoot.
see movement from their hill?
Chalith, Castian, Niekamon, you're all three going down?
Can we
Yes.
see the Liam on the? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, can we see from the top of the hill? Can we see the top of the other hill enough to signal them to go down?
Perception.
I know, I'm going bad too. 9 for Caleb.
I really like that
11.
number 9.
I do.
Maybe Castian can do
Hold
better.
on.
Roll.
Sorry, I'm talking to my mom. I got a 13.
All right. Yes, you guys can see them barely. It's not all that far, but it's kind of maybe slightly misty or foggy in the morning. You can see
I'm
them.
not sure.
Can they see you?
Sure, let's
Can
say
you
yes.
see us?
What do we roll?
Adhorn, Igneel, Kakusha, roll perception. Just if you see.
Adhorn got 8.
Orson got a 19. Oh.
Arton and Castian can see each other. And they're waving, and Castian says, "Go down. Look down there. There's movement."
Yep, I
You
say
can have
that.
that. You can have that.
So let's meet up in the middle between the two hills.
I'm only playing like an hour. Well,
Elliot, mute yourself.
You could probably just
As
stay
you
this way.
go lower, you see that there are 7 creatures that look just like the ones you saw yesterday.
Okay.
They have ragged clothing that's rotting. Their flesh is decomposed. You see some bone exposed in different spots. These are 7 zombies.
Okay.
Some of the graves must have been new.
All right.
So as we get closer, I'm going to cast Shillelagh on the. That's what it's. Shillelagh on my quarterstaff.
Awesome.
And then I am.
All the way down.
Yep. We're gonna meet in the middle with the group on the southeast side, and then we'll approach the zombies in a group. Right?
Okay.
how
Sounds
many
good.
zombies again?
There are 7.
7.
They're just kind
Okay.
of wondering as they notice you walking up. They get aggressive.
Okay.
Just
They're
don't want to be
approaching
close
from
to
2 different sides, and the
Can I-
zombies part, and 4 go to the 4 of you, and 3 of them go to the 3 of you.
Can I produce my good berries and give one to each person in my group?
If you want to do that in your turn, so I want you guys to roll initiative. First, hold on. I need only Adhorn, Arton, Igneel, Kakusha to roll initiative.
How do you roll initiative?
Oh,
27
crap, that's
dice.
bad.
Adhorn got 12. What do we add?
Okay.
Kakusha got 13.
Okay.
Arting got 14.
Okay.
11, 19.
Igneel.
It was over here. Then it was to 9.
Igneel got 9.
Right.
No, it was either 11
You
or 9.
rolled this.
No, I rolled this
Just
one.
roll again. Then.
All right, just roll it.
Jalith, what'd you get?
What he got?
So 17.
17.
17 then.
Oh, I need the other 3 now to roll initiative. Y'all are split in half.
Okay.
J-Look with the 4.
A 4?
14.
14, good.
I got an 18.
Castian and Nia, come on.
Cassian got 18.
Nia, come on.
13 for Neil.
13. All right. Okay, here we go. Let me see what they get. Igneel got a 17, right?
Yes.
Elliot, stop. That's so
Sorry.
loud.
And golly, I'm rolling so bad for these monsters. My dice are not working tonight.
You need to grab
gonna roll
Elliot's.
stuff?
You need Elliot's dice.
Yeah, maybe.
Really good on stuff like
Oh, here we go. And Castian, you got a what, 16 again?
so.
I got an 18.
18. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's go down the line. Castian, you're up first.
All right, I'm gonna hit that man with my sling, and I got a 19 plus whatever it is, plus 4.
Okay, Castian, hold on. I'm going to give you some tips here, buddy.
Okay.
You're a rogue.
Uh-huh.
You get extra damage if you are hidden or if one of your allies is close to the monster you're attacking.
Oh,
You have
so
an
should I
ability
hide?
to say, I'm going to hide with a bonus action, and then
Okay.
I'm going to shoot. So
Okay, that's
try
what
that.
I'm gonna do then.
So roll to hide,
Okay. I got a 7.
a 7.
Is
Unfortunately,
there?
you are
Do I
not.
add? Well,
You're
do I
not
add
hidden.
anything? Do I
You-
add anything?
You're stealth. Yeah, you roll. You add your
Oh.
stealth.
Oh, my stealth is 6, so I got 13.
Oh, okay. So you are hidden. Now, go ahead and try to hit one of them.
I got a 19 originally. Do I need to roll again?
No, that hits. And roll damage with your sling.
Okay. What is it? Which one do I roll?
The D4.
Okay, yeah. I got a 2.
Okay, now since you're hidden, you get to do sneak attack damage.
Okay.
You roll 2 D6s and add
Okay.
to your damage.
A 5 and then a 3.
All right, add them all together.
So I got a 2 and then a 5 and a 3. That's 10.
Plus your bonus.
Oh, is that dexterity?
Yeah.
Plus 4, so 14.
14 on one slingshot. Nice. Okay, so Castian ducks behind a tomb, whips his sling around and throws a rock. It takes one right in the forehead. The monster, the zombie, is not even close enough to attack you guys as you're uphill, so they all three start charging towards you. Jayla, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna wade in and start
dang!
swinging.
Is it too late to use my hide thing after?
You already used it. Remember, you're hidden already.
Oh yeah.
All right, Jayla.
Roll 17, sir.
17 hits.
And I get a D10. Woo, 12.
12 on which one? The wounded one or a different one?
Well, we'll say the non-wounded one, since I didn't specify.
Wow. Okay. 12 is big. Smashes him, crushes into his skull. Neakamon, what are you going to do?
All right, I'm going to stand back at a distance and use my crossbow again.
Right.
15.
15 hits.
Mercy, get out of here.
Oh, Mercy. Just shut the door so Mercy doesn't come in.
9 damage.
All righty, sir. Unwounded or wounded?
Oh, I didn't specify, so the unwounded.
So the third one. Okay. All right.
Wait.
Now we're going to switch over to the 2 monsters that were charging uphill. They're going to go for... Actually, all 3 of them were charging uphill. They're in reach of Nick. No. I guess all of them go for Caleb, who's the only one exposed. Oh, sorry, Caleb. You waded right in. The first one hits.
Oh, that's right.
One misses. Third one misses. So you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. It just smashes you with its arm.
I will take it.
All right, Igneel. On your side, you got 4 zombies charging you. What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Oh, breath. Yeah, use
Do
the...
that. You got anything online? So they have 4 attached to them. Are they close together in a group?
They're just kind of charging in a line, just coming straight at them.
Okay, so go ahead.
Excellent.
Whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna try my breath.
Okay, you got to talk.
Mako? You mean the image?
What?
Go ahead. No. It's your turn.
I'm gonna try the breath weapon thing.
breath weapon.
Okay.
Breath weapon. Okay, you're gonna spit fire at him. Go.
That's for short rest. You get a 15-foot cone.
Damage.
So
No, I didn't put the any.
Let me see.
I didn't put
You
anything.
didn't type in.
Action.
Did you just type that?
selling
No,
a
I
15
didn't
foot.
type that.
Does
I
she
just
still have to hit
Yeah.
with that?
I
Yes.
put the
Okay.
heart.
So go ahead. Gotta roll.
Zombies are easy to hit.
My dad.
So would that be a dexterity on the? Would it still be here like plus to hit that she would do like with her long sword?
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
so plus 6.
Dad.
Go ahead. Oh,
Eight.
she rolled an 8.
An 8 still hits.
An 8 still hits.
Oh, yay.
All right. So you
Give
got
me
your
some
breath.
fire damage.
You have a dex difficulty of 12 for on success, Jack.
All right, it's trying to dodge. It's
and you
trying
got
to
two-
dodge. What was my dex? A 12? It failed.
You got 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay.
Good job.
Wait.
Now it is the monster's turn. One of them goes for Artin. Two of them go for Artin.
Oh, that's nice.
One of them misses, and one of them both miss. Now it's Artin's turn.
Arden. It's your turn.
Bella.
So
It's zombie killing time.
Cool it on the. Okay.
so I
8.
I rolled, but I'm not gonna hit it because I did horribly.
So what did you roll?
An 8.
An
I
8
rolled a
hit.
2, and it was a plus 6. So
Eight
8.
still
Eight hit.
8 still hits.
Oh, okay.
That's why you just gotta say what you rolled.
So yeah, I'm gonna use my warhammer to hit it.
Do y'all
and
see
then-
Mercy? Do y'all see
I do
Mercy?
You already rolled.
Huge.
Nope.
Wait, no, that's not.
There you go.
There it is. Okay, so
I cannot
D8
see.
I got an 8 damage.
8 damage. Was that against the wounded or non-wounded?
Go out.
Sarah, which?
What?
Pay attention.
The wounded one, I guess.
Okay, 8 damage. Now it's Kakusha's turn.
All right. I'll charge it one with my great warhammer.
And are you going after the wounded or the non-wounded?
The wounded.
All right, get him.
I rolled an 18.
That's it.
Damage
Yep.
15.
Wow. You destroy it. You smash it to bits with the one giant strike of your hammer. It is Adhorn's turn.
All right, Adhorn.
Adhorn, there are 3 uninjured zombies.
Okay. I'm gonna use
Which one are you going for?
the uninjured one.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh wait, sorry. I meant to say the wounded one.
There are no wounded. He just killed it.
Okay. Then the uninjured one.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
going to use my quarterstaff.
Get him.
25.
Hit.
so she rolled a natural 20.
That's double damage with your staff. That's 2 D8s plus your bonus.
I like that bright, simple yellow.
Do I just add them together?
Yeah, plus bonuses for each one. So whatever your plus is.
No, you only get your bonus once.
Okay, so just add the bonus once.
So that,
So 4 plus whatever.
4, 7.
There you go.
Okay.
And then get your unarmed strike.
And then, yeah, unarmed strike. 13.
Wait a minute. On your first one, what did you roll on the D8s?
I rolled
A 1 and a 3.
1 and a 3.
Yeah, 1 and a 3.
Oh, okay. And then on the, okay, 7. And what'd you get on your unarmed strike?
13.
That's a hit.
Okay, and then D4. 7.
Wow.
New numbers
Right.
today. Okay, numbers.
It's better
good, though.
I know, it's so weird.
Sweet. Now, there are 2 more. One of them comes after Kakusha. One of them comes after Artin.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
sorry. There are 2 more, but you killed one of your monsters. So the one that goes for Kakusha misses. And for Artin, it also misses. And we're back to the top. Castian, do some damage.
Sorry, I was muted. I didn't know I was muted. I'm still hiding. So can I just stay hiding?
Yep. Well, you have to roll
Not
for that
hiding. It's hidden, not hiding.
to see if you stay hidden.
Okay,
because
so try to hit it on my slingshot.
Go ahead.
I can't hear y'all.
Roll for that.
Okay. I got a 18 plus 4.
You're hidden. You're totally hidden. It has no idea you're there. Shoot at it.
Roll what?
To hit.
I do like the clear.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I dropped it. I got a 12.
That hits.
Plus 4.
That hits. Roll some damage.
I can't remember. Is it a D4?
What are you? Yes, it's a D4 plus 4.
Okay, so I got a 5.
All right. It's still alive and kicking, but you had sneak attack, so roll 2 D6s.
Okay. I got a 1 and then a 4. So
you know what?
10 damage.
Your slingshot with 2 hits kills a zombie. He throws one from last round, it sunk into its forehead. You throw another slingshot, it gets it right in the side of the head. That zombie goes down in a heap. That's 1 down up on your side. So goodbye, zombie. Hello, Chalith.
We're gonna go after the injured. There's one.
Hit him.
Let's see. 18.
That's a hit. Beat him with that stick.
Beat him with the stick. Let's do it again. 7.
7 damage.
7. Yep.
All righty. He's still alive, but he's not looking good. Not. He's still undead, but he's not looking good. Naya, come on.
Okay. All right, I'm still keeping my distance. How many are uninjured now?
On your side, on your 3, there are 2 alive, 2 still moving. Neither one of them is uninjured. One of them is very, very badly injured.
Then I'm going to go for the one that doesn't look as badly injured.
Okay.
With my crossbow, and I'm still continuing to kind of backpedal and keep my distance.
Okay.
All right. 14.
Hit.
And 5 damage.
All right. It's not looking great. Now it's the monster's turn. They're still going toward Chalith, who's the only one who's anywhere near them. One of them misses, and the other also, misses terribly. So, yeah. Neil's turn.
And Neil falls asleep in the middle of the
No, you don't.
All right. So longsword, you pick your own dice, so you can't blame it on me this time.
Igneal, there's one hurt one and 2 that are not damaged.
Okay, longsword.
Which one are you going for?
Longsword, the one that I don't care. Which one should I do?
You pick. You pick.
What kind
Just say the one that's closest to me.
Okay, the one that's closest to me. I don't care.
One that attacked her.
It's the injured one.
There you
go. The injured one.
Hit it.
Okay.
So 20.
Hit.
3.
Wow, hit. Roll some damage.
Where's it? Oh, this one seems to look here.
Ooh.
So 12.
12 damage.
She is wrong.
Big Neil cuts
We're
it
hitting
in half.
dingers. It's
She brings her longsword right down the middle, and it peels in half, top to bottom. Goodbye. Artin. There are 2 more coming after you, Artin. What are you going to do?
Artin.
Oh, attack one of them. I don't really care which one anymore.
Well, they're both uninjured, so shoot one or do something.
Okay, I'm just gonna hit one of them with my warhammer again.
All right.
Yes. What?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
That's
So,
a warhammer was stuck inside one of those.
11.
11 hits.
Okay. So and then my D8. Yes, I got
No
it right
cares.
this time. So. Oh, that's 12 damage.
Ooh. Nice. Done.
Critical hit.
Okay. So she steps up with her warhammer and just slugs it like a baseball bat in the chest. Kakusha.
I will run at one of the uninjured ones.
There's only 1 uninjured left on your side.
All right, I'll run at that one.
Go.
Because I'm gonna roll a 20.
Elliot, are you
All right.
playing
I rolled. I can't see it. I rolled a 17.
Oh, boo. Hit. Do some damage.
All right,
Mine?
Jack, roll me a D8. Roll me a D8, Jack.
He's on the
3.
3.
All right, so 8 damage.
8 damage. All right.
I
Kakusha
rolled a.
smashes it
I can't
with
hear
his
you.
axe. Adhorn, you're up.
Adhorn.
Do you know what your name
Yes,
is?
Adhorn.
There are
I can't-
2 ones,
I can't hear
Adhorn.
anything.
Two injured ones.
What? He said my name right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Roll your 27 dice.
Okay. Okay. 11.
That hit.
With your quarterstaff. So
Yes,
good
I
job.
know with my quarters. 5 damage.
5 damage.
Okay, unarmed strike. 20.
Hit.
Okay.
Jesus.
Oh,
Important.
7.
7 damage. You uppercut this thing under the jaw, and its neck cracks backward, and it doesn't fix itself. It just goes down. Deceased.
Sack of potatoes.
There goes another one.
It's deceased for good this time.
Last monster goes for Kakusha, and it charges and hits with its huge arm whack at Kakusha and causes a mere
You could hit 2 at once.
3 points of bludgeoning damage. And it is now Castian's turn again.
Okay, is there only one left?
There's 2 left on your side, 1 left on their side.
Okay.
And you're still hiding. Well, no, you shot,
Okay.
so you'd have to hide again.
Okay, I'm gonna roll to hide first.
Actually, they're
I
both.
got a.
Actually, never mind. You don't have to because they're right next to Chalith. You still get sneak attack.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll
Well,
to.
can I hide
roll
any?
to-
Can I hide anyways?
Sure.
Yeah, I rolled a 15.
15. You're hidden.
Okay.
Roll to hit.
Okay, I'm gonna use my slingshot. I got a 13 plus 4, 17.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
You
for
go-
the D4, I rolled a 3, and then 2 D6s, right?
Yeah. Do you want to go for the badly damaged or the slightly damaged?
The slightly damaged.
Okay.
And then I rolled a 3, and then a 2.
How much total?
So that's 8.
8 total.
I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, no. I have to add my dexterity.
Yeah.
I had the D4 with my dexterity, right?
Oh my gosh.
So
Okay,
with
so I
sling,
got
you
a
let go
7.
again, and your sling catches also this one in the head and crushes into its skull, and it goes down. Shaylith, you've got
Okay.
one left right in your face.
I'm gonna attack that sucker.
Hit him hard.
12.
12 hits.
4.
4 damage.
5 points of damage.
You killed it. Crushed it. Right. You put its head down between its shoulders with your mighty blow. Negamon, you can still hit the one across the way with your crossbow, which is fighting Kakusha right now.
All right. Well, that's what I'm going for.
Go for
it. 23.
That hits.
So that was very accurate from distance.
Yep.
You're just so good.
Yeah.
Well, I would hope so. You're on the watch.
And 5 damage.
All right.
Yeah, you're on the watch. Come on, man.
Neil.
My turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still a
There's only
zombie.
one left.
I'm going for the last one, obviously.
She's going to go for one of the dead ones.
16.
15 hits. They're all dead, Dave. They're all dead.
So many choices.
Roll some damage, Neil.
All right. Good job.
Preferably on the table.
Standing out.
Yeah. That's a kid problem.
Hey, I keep my dice on the table.
13.
No, 12.
Oh, 12.
Damage?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. With another mighty splash of her long sword. This zombie was actually looking pretty good, and Neil just sliced it up. Boom. One chop. It cuts it down across the neck and all across the torso, cuts it in half again. She has out of the dead corpse.
Does it do one of those like in the shows where it's such a quick blow that at first you don't notice, but it just slowly slides off?
Sure, that sounds good.
I was coughing.
This girl is back.
Everybody okay over there?
You're not helping.
We just killed 7 zombies.
Hoping to help.
All right.
Good.
Yeah, I'm good.
So what time is it now?
It's first thing in the morning. Y'all just walk straight down the hill at dawn and murdered zombies.
Sounds good.
First thing I'm going to do.
And every time this has happened, it's happened in the morning, right? Nothing has come up again during the day, right?
Yeah.
So
They come undead at the night.
So do we want to
It's like the opposite
call
of
it and go back and rest at the
Yeah, we're pretty much.
and rest during the day so that we can stay up the next night? Get it good rest and
Did we see where they came from? Should we go check out their graves? Try to find their graves that they came out of?
You can.
Yeah, we can do that, but I don't think we'll see anything the rest of the day.
Well, see if we can see a specific area. If there's a
Give me
area
an
that they're coming
investigation,
out of.
Caspian investigation check.
I'm not even gonna say it. Really bad.
What was it?
I have. Hold on.
call it.
I just got a 4.
Yeah, you see dirt all over the place, but it's not easy to find their graves, at least with that roll.
Yeah. Okay.
Anybody else want to do an investigation check?
Why
Yeah,
not?
I will.
What do we do?
I'll investigate.
We're doing an investigation.
I rolled what Castian rolled.
Okay.
12 for
Investigation.
Neakmine.
And Neil 13.
Arden 2.
Hold on.
So Shayla and Cassian are looking around like, man, I wonder where they came from. And Naakamon and Big Neil like right there. It just
Right there, boys. They're like, right there.
and once they point them out, they're easy to see. They're kind of the lowest ones around that low spot along the bottom of the hills.
Okay, so
7 disturbed ground areas. So
Gotcha.
it's first thing in the morning. You are all wide awake now. And what would you like to do?
Go look for more zombie thingies or skeletons.
I don't know if anything's going to happen the rest of the day.
Yeah,
I think we just.
I'd say we rest up so that we can come back at night after a full rest and start to do more at night.
Yeah. Do you want to do another detection thing? See if it's getting worse?
Might as well.
I can, sure. I'll start there and then just make my way out of the cemetery using my detect magic.
It's virtually the same as you found the day before.
Okay. All right. I think we should go back to the barracks. Just sleep and rest, full rest, and come back at night.
I call last shift.
Well, we're not going to have any shifts because we're going to be at the barracks.
Yeah.
No, but we'll come back at night. And then we'll be able to kind of patrol without having to take watch.
Okay. And while you're doing that, I'm going to give you 100 more experience points for killing these things.
So what level would I be at level 2 now?
What's your total?
Or I was at level 2. I'm not even sure. How do I know?
You got to add all your XP up.
Yeah, we were all at 300 when they were last with us. So you're probably
now you're at 400. You're still level 2.
Okay.
I'm also going to award you an extra 100 points each for all of your investigating and questioning and all that.
Cool.
So extra 100 points.
An extra 100?
An extra, yeah.
What is the XP that we level up at?
That's 1,000.
Oh.
Are you at level 2 now or 3?
We're at 1,030 hit points.
So if you pass 900, you're at level 3 now.
Okay,
so
we're
we have 130. No. So we're level 3 now. Yeah.
Yay.
So how many hit points do we have? I mean, experience points do we have left over from the things we already
Just keep it as 1,030.
Yeah.
Okay. Elliot. How the room looked when we saw your screen, it looked like you were playing Minecraft or something. Is that true?
So guys, we can do one of two things, or one of more than two things. You can go ahead and level up and we can call it a night, because we're still in the middle of this adventure.
Yeah.
We can level up, which is going to take a while, and then keep playing. Or we could not level up and just continue because leveling up takes a little while.
I say we call it a night.
Okay.
We can.
Because I am tired. I've had a really long day.
I'm not tired.
So
I am not tired at all. I took like
me neither. I'm not tired.
Paying attention all night.
Yeah.
Why do you think all of a sudden now you're engaged? I think this is a good point to.
Yeah.
Will allow us to level up too, and then be just slightly more powerful.
Absolutely. Well, you get extra hit points,
right?
And I'm going to give you a little tidbit. You are at the cusp of at the cusp of a lot of things. Stuff is going to start to make sense soon, and things are going to start to go crazy.
Okay.
Great.
So we're
Yeah,
here for.
it's baffling,
Yeah.
to say the least.
I'm sorry, what? Yes, Jack?
Sorry. What? I forgot actually what I said, but I have another question. What do we like do when we level up? Do we add like points? Do we get extra points?
You do. You get extra hit points. And for a rogue, I think that you can either take the average, which is adding 5 hit points, or you can roll it, hoping to get higher than the average. I would say, and I think at level 3, everybody decides what pathway they take. So for a druid, you would, I think at level 2 or 3, you decide if you're moon or land or what kind of circle the druid is.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have to look all that up. I haven't even.
Right. A bard, there's about 6 or 7 different choices for bard. For rogue, JD, you would pick either assassin or arcane trickster, which is a rogue that casts spells, or a rogue of the shadow or something like that. You become a ninja type guy.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Okay, my app crashed inside and restarted. What were you saying? What do I do to?
I was saying you have to look up Rogue 5e and see what happens. You'll have to choose what type of rogue you want to be from now on. Oh no, you're level 2.
Yeah, I'm level 2.
Yeah, level 2, you're pretty much just the same. You just add some hit points. You might get something else. I can't remember. Everybody should get something at level 3.
Yeah, level 3 is where it starts getting interesting.
Yep.
I'm now level 3.
No, you're not, Elliot.
Yes, I am. I was already level 2 from the first of it.
Yeah, I know, but you have to have 900 points. And we've only got 500 so far.
Okay.
Yeah, that's because you guys haven't been with us for the last 2 missions.
2 soccer practices.
Well, for the last mission. We got a lot.
My neighbor.
Yeah, we got like 800.
Yeah.
And
We found golden. The things that we were hoping last time, we got gold from the dead bodies.
Oh, trust me, I know. No, that was fun. That was good.
Daddy, can you move?
The pace picked up a little bit, hopefully.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
The pace picked up a little, and it's going to keep on speeding up as you get deeper into this.
Gotcha.
I got it. So when's our next time we play?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. If we can do it as soon as next Saturday, that'd be great. But maybe not.
That would be great.
What about Easter weekend or something?
Well, hey, Dave.
Yeah.
I've got this whole week off for spring break. So
awesome.
I already had spring break. Elliot and I did.
We haven't even gone it.
Spring break isn't going to be till like April.
Yeah, you guys got
The
3 or
middle
4
of
weeks.
April.
Yeah. Well,
This is the end of our spring break right here for me and Elliot.
It's the beginning of mine. So I guess you guys can't drink.
Maybe.
Zach was asking when the.
Who did?
Wow, somebody's signing off quick.
Jack David.
No, it was Elliot. Really? Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you, Jack. Have a good weekend. Thanks. It was good.
Bye,
Thanks, guys.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Chia.